crisper. Put it back up.
How dare you? I always sound amazing. Always. Welcome everybody to episode 11 of a Petty Squabbles Monster Stories Group A, the Black Nergigantes. We have a couple camera things going on right now. We'll have those edited once Logan has his camera on in a tiny bit. Until then, everything should still be corrected. We'll mess up as soon as he joins, though. I'm super excited for it. Other than that, I guess we can just do a quick recap where you all were tasked with hunting down 3 Elder Dragons, which you conveniently already had the blood for one of them that I did not think about when I set up this hunt. And then you went to Burnout, found out some information where a Volstrax that you decided to hunt down is in the mountains to the north, where we are currently at. Last session, we spent kind of our time preparing and then heading up the mountainside, dealing with a couple little encounters here, a few bears, some bear traps, other, fun and interesting things, and then we made it to the hunt, effectively, where you are now all at the about 18,000 or so feet up, still right around like cloud, still in the area, but looking for the Volstrax in where you assume is its lair in this location somewhere. So, as we do that, I'm going to remove the studio mode, move here for now. I get angry when I see it happen. And I'm going to transition this back over to, I believe we were using, oh yeah, you guys fought a monkey that shot a laser beam at flight midair.
Oh yeah.
It was good times.
That was not okay.
I enjoyed it so much. It was amazing. I don't see the problem.
I flew so far away and it still managed to get me.
I believe that is where we left off. Did we carve the monkey?
We did. We didn't get too many things that were...
Right, you got the fangs and something else.
I don't remember if everyone took the parts, but I put them down in the thing in case anyone didn't.
I believe Gerathor took a part because it has the insect glaive effect. And then someone took the one that gives like insight checks.
Well, then go ahead and take them out of the community bag yourself.
And then there was one left. Oh. We're currently at this spot. Gerathor, would you like for me to roll for you for the next check? Currently, as you're looking around, you see kind of 3 different pathways around these peaks of the mountains in this area. Small peaks, but they kind of fade up into the clouds above you. They are either to your direct north, your northeast, or to your east. You have no specific signs of exactly where to go yet.
Yeah, we'll go northeast, and it's rolling survival with advantage.
Okay.
Because of
Elder Dragon
stuff.
Yep. Elder Dragon. Until.
I just got home anyway, so.
Okay. So you rolled an 18. Okay. I should probably actually pull up my actual hunt for this because that would be an important thing to have. Okay, so as you do that, what was our food buff you guys ate, by the way? Does anybody recall?
Hot drink,
was it the hot drink one? Okay. Note. Our scout is flight. Okay. So flight, as you are heading east.
Yep. I'm in my armor.
Okay. You're walking along at this point. Is Mini Orc above you, with you?
He's on my shoulder.
Okay.
Alrighty, so stealth and perception with advantage, which was bad.
Okay. So as you begin your walk in this direction, just kind of following, between peaks, and a couple of occasions you're seeing kind of just the steep 18,000 foot drop down with slight angles of the mountains down below you. Just, walking along. You eventually come to a space. In front of you is another mountain peak, but there is a large hole right at ground level. The hole is roughly about 20 feet wide or so, about 20 feet tall ish. You rough guess by looking at it. And as you do, because it has been kind of snowing a little bit here, the snow starts to pick up heavily.
Ah, yes, magical weather abilities again. Can't control that because, at least not yet. So I just see a hole somewhere around here.
No, you're at the cave end. This is a cave
Okay.
end, so you'd be at the cave entrance looking at it right now. You're about 50 feet away from the entrance itself as the snow starts to come down heavy.
Since I don't see anything, I'll wait for the rest of the group.
Okay. So he waits for you, and as you wait, the wind starts to pick up. Snow flurries and just brushes up from on the ground. The snow comes down heavier and heavier for a next little while. You assume it's gonna be very hard to see. You only have about 5 or so feet visibility in front of you currently. And it's like you see the group kind of like vanish from sight about 50 feet away as they arrive next to you. Couple seconds.
Hey guys, have a hard time finding the place.
I just picked a direction and walked, really.
Well, good, because at least 2 of those directions would have been off the mountain.
That's good to know. So climb.
Yep. You want to move us all over here?
Yeah, do you guys, well, currently you're not in the cave yet. You're about 50 feet or so away from it. You know, well, you can't see it now, but you know where it's at, Flight.
Yeah, I'm going to take them into the cave.
Okay.
If a flurry's coming up, I want to be somewhere that's not being pelted with cold.
That's fair. So you kind of lead them into the cave, and as you do, you know, you can see the snow just flying by the entrance to the cave itself. It is extremely dark in here, so anybody who doesn't have dark vision cannot see, as the sun is blocked out by the blizzard itself as well.
So
New York with his night lights on.
You know, we never determined what time you guys got here. Figure that.
D24.
Okay, you arrived here in the morning, conveniently enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it is currently roughly about 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, edit some cameras really fast.
Oh yeah, Gerathor's back, and he's muted.
I don't think he ever took his earplugs out from last time.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah, you unmuted everybody, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Picture. I will be ready here in a second.
So I want to cast Druidcraft to use the first one to see, or not the first one. To use the the first effect.
Okay.
To see if I can somehow kind of guess how long this storm will last. If I see it lasting the whole day, or if I see the little orb change, knowing that it won't last all day.
Sure. So with Druidcraft, it tells you for how long? Next 24 hours. It seems to be. Let me try to give you this proper here. Predict the weather. You predict that the weather will probably be like this for the next 3 to 4 hours before it kind of gets back to just standard flurry.
Okay. I see the orb get super heavy, full of snow, and then it just starts to lighten up.
Actually, it's
All
for
right.
24 hours. Yeah. Okay. So that's what you.
Well, at least we can expect it to drop at a certain point.
Well, we're in a cave, so we're about the safest we can get for now. But there's a hole over there.
Yeah, so as you look around the cave, at least, well, those who have dark vision, in this case, you see another cave exit to the far north, about 60, 80 feet in front of you. You also, as you look, kind of check the ceiling for anything that might be on there. You guys have encountered Kezis before. There's definitely a reason to check the ceiling. You do see a large hole in the middle here, area about right here or so. I probably should move the stream so they can see. We're about right here or so. It's about 10 or so feet wide on diameter. But nothing like comes crawling out of it or anything like that. But that you do notice a large hole. At least our spotter does.
Here, Heavy. I gave him a bunch of rocks that are glowing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and spread them around anywhere you want. And they light up a nice chunk of area around them.
About what is it? 5 foot bright and another 5 foot dim.
Yes, for each rock, and I can
Okay.
have like up to 6 rocks at a time.
Okay. Oh,
Guess I'll just scatter them about.
Okay.
I can't really see much. I can give him to Kahootie since he can fly.
okay.
He can
I mean,
just
you
pick
could
him up and drop
always
him.
walk with him and drop him. Could he? Well, so you're in this area.
Okay.
Blizzard raging outside.
For them.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna drop a
Oh.
rock right
My
here.
text snaps to the side.
Hold Alt, and you should be able to move it exactly where you want.
Nice.
Walk over here. Now I'm going to begin investigating hole.
Sure. The hole is above you. Is on the ceiling.
Walks over here and looks up and investigates hole.
Give me an or a perception check, I guess, or an investigation, whichever.
I'll
Sure.
do investigation.
I mean, it looks like a hole. It's jagged and rough. It doesn't seem to be created by specifically any kind of creature, because it wouldn't be bored out instead. You have no idea
snow
where it
coming down from
goes. No snow coming down from it. It would not you don't even see like any ice. No like ice. I mean, it goes somewhere. For how far it goes, you have no idea.
Hey, it's just asked. I'm going to take a look up the hole. I'll be right back.
All right.
Undon my armor and fly up the hole slowly.
How far do you go?
So I don't have dark vision,
Right.
so I have mini orc with me to provide illumination.
Okay.
So I go up because he has dark vision, so until he can see anything.
Okay, I mean, he flies up about 15 or so feet, and then it starts to curve out, like kind of an upward left. Kind of, there's a bend. Go up beyond that, like how seems to go. Like I guess if you do, well, yeah. Do you peak the angle? Do you stop at the angle? What do
Does mini orc see snow coming down from that angle, or is it just a tunnel down that way?
It's mini orc sees like another tunnel continually leading upwards, and kind of shifts and curves a little bit here and there, and it's going on for about another 50 or so feet, and then the angle changes to the point where he can't.
Okay, we're gonna head back down the hole.
Yep.
Hey, Shaseth, there's a tunnel leading up here. You want to take a look?
Well, I guess I'll use the wall to go up to the ceiling and climb up to the hole.
Okay.
Does this hole look like it was clawed out, or was it a natural, like, melted?
It seems. I mean, give me an investigation check as well.
Well, I'm good at those.
I'll give you a hand.
All right.
You've already done yours, so I'm not going to get
Okay.
Roll, please.
Oh well.
He doesn't need your hand. Looking at it, maybe at some point in time in the long past, it could have been something carved this out. It could have also have been maybe a lava tube when this was at some point a volcano when it was forming. But over years and years of erosion and monsters probably using this jagged and broken up. There's definitely places to grab onto and easily kind of climb through it, but it goes on for a very rough guess, very far away.
If you want to explore the whole thing, I'll send mini orc with you.
I don't know. That's necessary. It looks like it's a very long tunnel, so we'll hear something coming long before it gets to us.
True. I was just curious if it led to anything interesting.
And it wouldn't be easy for the others to get up here.
Well, looks at the one who can fly over there, looks at the Kahootie, and then I have the strength to lift up Gerathor now.
That'd be wasting a spell slot.
Well, how
Okay.
is his spell slot? Mage can already fly. He has boots.
All right.
It's only if we want to try it later. It's curious why this hole is here, and I don't feel like any kind of draft coming from the hole, do I?
No, you would feel a draft.
Okay, so it does connect to the outside at some place.
Some point, yeah.
It's just a traversal tunnel, probably then.
All right. I'll head back down and meet up with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
I'll climb back down.
You both climb back down. During this time, Mage and Gerathor, what are you guys doing? I mean, it's only been, 3 to 5 minutes or so.
Have a look around. Do the walls look rich in anything, or is it pretty dull and
Give me an investigation check.
Actually, while I'm down there, anybody want me to use my spotter ability to spot something?
Any ores would be great.
if you want to spot the ore instead of be looking for it, I don't mind.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
If you want to spot the ore instead of me looking for it, I don't mind.
Oh, sure, I'll spot some more then.
Pull your mic down, Gerathor.
1 sec.
I was realizing, I'm like, you sound different. I think it's because your mic's up. Either that or it's on like a webcam mic.
No, it's on my desktop, on my thinger. Is that better?
That is much better. Yeah, maybe just because you were far away. Weird.
Maybe.
It was just like you sounded far away. It wasn't bad. It was just different.
All good.
So, yeah, you can definitely find some ore within these walls. As you're looking about, most of the wall itself is covered in like a sheet of ice. Some thinner spots than others. So there is definitely going to be some difficulty getting to the ore first. But there's definitely like a large vein.
Alright. If you wanna, I'll point it out to Gerathor.
Thanks.
Yep.
Mage, do you want to try and burn the ice away or melt it away so I can try and get to this?
Yeah. I'll use a prestidigitation. I think that might work. That should work, right?
Link it. 'Cause
You
I'm
warm
not-
it up.
I think it can.
I mean, I just want to see the description for it.
Oh, there you go. Can chill or warm a cubic foot of non-living material.
How warm does it go? 10,000 degrees.
it's
10,000 degree
warm.
knife.
I mean,
if not, yeah, I have the cantrip firebolt. So
I would say that firebolt makes more sense. Like, I mean, prestidigitation definitely starts to melt it, but it's a slow melt. Whereas firebolt just you're seeing cracks form from just the impact, and the explosion just melts chunks of the ice away, giving you plenty of space to mine Gerathor.
Throw it 3.
So it's Gerathor. Yeah, you go to swing at it. Shing.
Oh, wait, no. No, I do have mold earth, don't I? Too late now.
Your pickaxe has a crack in it.
You want to mend this, Mage?
sure. As I snap my fingers.
Go trying to bypass my
Thanks, man.
effects.
Hey, Gerathor, your pickaxe has the crack in it. Here's bending.
Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I do have mold earth as well.
Yeah, I've got it in my staff. I just forgot that I did. So
Yep.
too late.
Well, I would say reasonably you all... I mean, unless you guys are planning on walking out in the blizzard, you have some time here to really investigate the place.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a chance of more ore in here. During the next like 3 to 4 hours if you plan on sticking around.
We can wait that long.
Um,
Take a short rest.
if you want, yeah.
I mean, I already used all my lay of the hands, but
Yeah, if someone wants to give me a hand looking.
Sure, I'll look around. Oh, you can do it. Go
Perception or
ahead.
investigation.
It's investigation to find the stuff.
That would be flight.
Gotta find my handout.
I'll assist flight in looking.
Locations. Going back. Ooh, a
Well.
10. Even with the assist, sadly, as you spend the next like hour or so looking.
I rolled 2 twos.
I would say you spend an hour or so looking, trying to find something. Flight is flying along the upper walls and searching around while Gerathor's like searching the lower. Then, with nothing found, you search the ceilings. He searches the ground, just like you're brushing stuff away. Pushing aside snow that's slowly kind of creeping in from the blizzard, just to see if you find anything. And sadly, there is no other ore that you're able to locate in this place during this time. During that time frame, while Gerathor and Flight are kind of spend their time looking for things, Flight or Mage and Shaseth, are you guys looking for other stuff, or what are you two doing?
I'm gonna look to see if there's a. Are things? Is it a melting cave or is it hard froze?
It is hard frozen. I mean, you guys are extremely high up in the sky. At this point, you're using your mega oxygen filters to breathe in the first place. But you're almost at cloud cover. Clouds are like right above you. You're maybe 15, 20 feet from the cloud's bottom.
I don't think there'd be bugs or plants really up here, so I guess I'll look for bones.
Bones makes sense. You're going to give me a investigation. Unless you want someone else to do it for you.
I can give it a go if you want to help me out.
My investigation's only a 2.
I say flights is an 8.
Mine's a 6. I assumed that we didn't trust Flight because he struggled to find the mining. Give someone else a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
8 means nothing if you roll a 2.
All I had to do was roll.
just
you roll a
because
2.
it happened, I rolled to take a look anyway. I won't tell them.
No, the
Just
flight.
like,
You're
I
like.
heard what they said.
I just imagine flight. You find one, and you just like pick up the bone and just eat it.
4 2s.
Jesus. 3, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Ah, this is a great start of the session.
Oh yeah.
That's right. We're getting the crap dice out on things that don't matter.
How dare you? Bones and ore matter, sir.
Less than talking to a big dragon.
So during this time, Gerathor, since we're spending, are you guys taking a short rest? By the way, is that part of the plan?
We got 3
Might
hours
as well.
to kill.
I think we were.
Okay. So yeah, that hour goes by, and then you're on hour 2 when you guys try to take a short rest. If you would, Gerathor, before you roll hit dice, roll me a survival check.
Undo that.
Does this involve advantage, or is...
Yeah. Technically, it's part of the hunt cases, so it would make sense.
The hunt.
Okay. So, are you guys having one person keep watch on like each spot during the watch, or anything specific?
I'll keep an eye out near the hole.
Mini Orc is just kind of hanging out right next to me. He looks around everywhere he can.
Fell in the
During the short rest, I'm finagling with my sorcery points, turning them into spell slots and back and forth.
Okay.
Make a little fire right here in the center. It's where Flight makes some weird questions like, so Shaseth, were you born from an egg?
Technically, I believe so.
Okay.
Oh. Do all dragonborns born from an egg? Because I know that all birds are born from eggs.
Okay.
I
that's
mean,
done.
I would assume so. There's a lot of us, though. Different kinds, subspecies. One for every other dragon, they say.
Does that include Yamatsukami?
I would assume
It's a mind
so.
flayer. Oh, that's canon now.
Oh boy.
Why are so many
What Emil's
Yamatsukami
making
born?
next? I know what Emil's making next then.
Oh, that's too funny. It makes perfect sense as well.
They have fat heads and little arms.
It's a very rounded head mind flayer, but tiny. It's like Squidward. So,
Panties.
during your rest, you begin to hear a loud rumble. First with you, Shaseth, hearing it, followed by the rest. As you, snow on your southern entrance covers, creating just complete darkness from that side. Snow.
Oh, there goes the avalanche.
Yep.
Oh my.
And you just hear it kind of for about 2 to 4 minutes just rush by, caving that spot in. The entrance to your north is still completely cleared. You're guessing that the avalanche was coming down probably your southern area from where you just came from, and not to the east or north.
Is it just me, or is every time we go in the mountains there an avalanche?
It's not my
Every
fault this time.
I don't think I've been in the mountains with you, have I?
I think you were.
Weren't you around
Or
when we
no,
had a fight
maybe
on
not.
Volvodon that was wearing some kind of clothing?
What?
I think really hard because Flight doesn't remember that, but he remembers fighting a Christmas Volvodon.
It must have been
Who
a
knows?
fever dream.
Yep.
Shaseth, you get another flash of Gerathor as a Nergigante Dragonborn for a briefest of seconds.
Hmm.
I mean, we're still having an aneurysm.
Strange.
His nose begins to bleed.
He begins to like oil.
So, what's wrong with you? Do I need to tune you up? And he just like smack him. He's like, "What's wrong with you?"
I don't know.
Reality is corrupt, apparently. Someone needs to fix a save file.
So,
Need to reset his OS.
first 2 hours have gone by. You know you have roughly an hour to another 2 hours left before this blizzard passes. You guys do anything in the meantime? You do get your rest. Nothing else goes by. So if you wish to spend your hit dice, you are more than welcome to if you need them.
Okay.
Get back any of those short rest abilities.
It's a shame.
Get back your spells, Mage, with your cheating ways.
All the spells.
I'm pretty good. I have all my 3rd level spells back, and I'm up to par with everything else. So
I rolled 2. Today's the day of 2s for me.
So who all here knows Draconic besides me and Gerathor?
Not me.
And
All
just
Dragonborn speak
just
Draconic.
so it can be stated, I am going to use this now.
Okay.
What does Draconic sound like?
It's roars.
Roars and hissing.
I have Mini Orc right there. I pulled up Mini Orc as like, unless you want us to give him a phrase, then that's the closest thing he has to speaking.
Okay. Doesn't he just mimic things?
He can.
Don't worry about it. Or maybe just give him a lookout sound, just for later.
Look out!
I just put the siren on. Wah, wah, wah.
My headset.
Hmm.
What happened? My headphones fell off.
Not
Oh.
much. A whir sound from an alarm from Mini Orc.
I can set an alarm at the other entrance.
Oh, I'm making fun of the fact that I can give him sounds because he speaks all languages I speak and understands all languages that I understand, but he can't learn new languages unless I learn them.
Well, it takes time to learn a new language.
Magic.
Too bad I can't just program it in.
As I look up the hole, there's no snow coming down it.
No. At least not from what you can see. But remember, it's also like a 15-foot little upward, and then it shifts over.
There's still air coming or wind coming through.
No.
Huh.
Might have got covered up or something's in it.
Something or other.
What would fit in there anyways? What do we know that's on a mountain that can fit in there? Because as far as I'm aware, a Valstrax is too big to fit in a hole.
Mm.
I mean, things can
Kesser?
squeeze. Yeah, Kessus.
A 20 by 20, or no, it was a 10 by 10. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's lots of things that can fit.
It doesn't have to walk; it just has to slide.
So anything huge or smaller could fit.
Ah.
So, a lot of things.
What if it's the dreaded Mountain Plesioth?
Mm.
Hip checks shake the world.
Kelby drone.
It helps. Hips don't lie.
The Ice Kadachi.
I'm gonna walk over here and see if there's still snow and heavy.
I mean, it's still, we're going to assume this is probably like a half hour, 40 minutes after it is still coming down pretty heavy right now.
I can consistently cast Druidcraft, so it would be no different than Amellwind just telling us when it's about to stop.
Ah.
Because it's a cantrip, so. I don't know the exact time. I just know like it'll start like changing sooner.
Also, we brought shovels.
Yeah, I'll just Mage would just suggest that we just wait for the storm to pass.
Yeah,
Is
there's
the
See,
whole
like,
is the whole icy or is it rock?
the hole itself. I mean, there's a little bit of ice. There's a lot of rock as well.
Oh, so it can't be a water slide.
I'm gonna sit up against the rock wall and feed Kahootie some rations.
Not with that attitude, Shaseth.
Uh, can we assume that we had a fire going?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I said I set one up right in front of me.
All right.
Do we want to try cooking again for an hour? Make the same meal, try and get bonuses?
If we fail, does it erase the old one though?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I
but
I got spare hot drinks, I think.
I also made a bunch of hot meats.
yeah.
Yeah, we're supplied.
Okay. And then our artisan, if you would, go ahead and cook us up
No.
a new meal.
So is my camper just a Bunsen burner?
And grab it in here. Your rules and all that fancy shit.
Yeah, why not? This would be fun. I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself, and I'm gonna use what is it? Fox's cunning.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
it might help.
intelligence check. Okay.
Was it intelligence? No. Wisdom. There you go. I used wisdom
You
last
want
time.
alright, so you want the owl's wisdom.
Which one did I use? What's my stat? It is intelligence. Okay, I apologize.
The fox is cunning.
Yeah. Okay. So it'll be the same thing last time, I guess. So we're making the same meal, right? We're just hoping for
A better quality.
Are you sure
Yeah.
you're not a bartender there, Mage?
I can be, as I say. You look me all dapper. I'm not much for drinking, though. That's not to say I don't enjoy a cocktail every now and again.
Should add the daily skills as a candidate. I don't actually have that in here.
I had a thought. If I were to send a Vespoid swarm at the other party just now, and they're in the middle of a volcano, will they just spawn and spontaneously burn up?
No.
Oh.
How many points does it cost you to send a Vespoid Queen?
It doesn't exist in the
You
option.
should,
Yet.
you should send it to there. I need lower point options to spend these points on. Points are hard to get.
I don't know. Vespoid's pretty low.
Yeah, but not low enough.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, so at 10.6. So you succeed. And you all gain the effects of a hot drink once again, but you do not gain any daily skill.
That's a shame.
You know, work on my practice. That being said, for the next hour, I do have advantage on intelligence checks.
Same, as I think really hard about the Valstrax.
I just like I see his horns grinding. I see Mage looking a bit smarter than usual. I'm just like, what just happened?
I'll help him think with my advanced intelligence. I'll help him brainstorm and ask questions.
So what are you guys specifically trying to do?
I don't know, I was just showing off.
Same.
Okay.
I don't think there's actually anything else that we can really learn from the roles of last time and what you said.
Yeah, I really
Well,
don't think so.
think again. Nah, you're right.
No, nothing.
Hey, Mage, why don't we send Kahootie and Mini Orc up the hole and see if where it leads? Maybe it'll just take us higher up the mountain.
Okay. Do I have to be 100 feet at all times? I think I can. I think that range is limited, but the other thing is. Where's Find Familiar? What was that first level? Come on, stop lagging. I think I can see through his eyes indefinitely. I don't know if I had to be within that 100-foot range.
I'll say I'm not 100% on that.
Nah, it's 100 feet.
Okay.
I just sent Kahudi up there to investigate. And then when he gets
Maybe I
back,
could go with them.
How long do you send him for? Like, is there a certain amount of distance you want him to travel before he comes back, or is it just go until you find whatever, so you can't
yeah,
go
just
further?
I will. Mage would just send him to go investigate the entirety, see how far you can get.
Okay. So you send Kahudi off. We're assuming that this is probably around the 3 hour mark. Because you guys are kind of getting ready to plan where your next move is. As Kahudi flies off, he is gone for 5-6 minutes or so. No, closer to 10 minutes or so before he returns. Can Kahudi speak to you?
Yeah, he can speak to me telepathically.
He informs you that he got stopped by a bunch of snow about roughly a mile or so up.
Mile. It's a long hole. Was it packed, or was it like a
Mm.
storm at the entrance that prevented you from going further?
It wasn't packed, so it was like snow and like kind of like, you know, some snow that's kind of trickled down into the cave.
Okay. Well,
So it's definitely
clear.
way up then.
Or most likely a way down. Did you ever find any footprints at the bottom of the hole of something like landing or falling in?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I now have a daily skill. And
Nice.
I'll add the
Ooh.
link to it in the rules later, because that requires me to go to the journal outside of Roll20 to then link it. It's all pain. It's there.
So I think our only real reasonable path is to go north, because the hole seems to be blocked off. I don't know how much further it goes.
Agreed.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go post it next to the north path then.
All right. As Gerathor, if you would, give us that survival check. We're gonna roll stuff. We're gonna roll these 2 dice. We're gonna roll the GM. Okay. So, as you step out flight, give me your stealth and perception.
Alrighty. Stealth. Eventually here. Okay, I clicked the about, see anything
There
happen.
we are.
Yeah, the first stealth
22,
and the second perception,
yes.
which is advantage.
First, oh yeah, great. I thought it was 2 perception, so like 24 and 22.
No.
All right. So as you're quietly kind of trudging through this snow flight, it's about 6 or so inches deep now, due to the blizzard that has kind of slowly, you know, dwindled. And as you're walking, you begin a northern or begin moving upwards, increasing your altitude as you're walking up this part of the mountain here. As you do, you walk for about 1,000 or so feet in altitude, coming to the edge of the cloud. The clouds themselves are thick and chilling, not to the point, since you have a hot drink, not to the point of like freezing to the bone, but cold nonetheless. They're extremely obscure. They're heavily obscuring the area ahead of you. And as you look around, there's not really anywhere else to go unless you want to like slide down mountainside to, you know, places 1,000 or so feet down.
Well, that's where flight has the power of flight.
Yes.
Let's check around.
Okay. Are you trying to fly above the clouds, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you doff your armor and take flight and travel up through the clouds above you. About your rough guess, I would say let's go like 100 or so feet or so. As you exit the cloud cover and look about kind of the scenery above the clouds. It's kind of a different existence for anybody that isn't you, Flight, since you've probably done this many times before with your, in your younger years. The land above the clouds is not covered in snow. Instead, it is a barren, rocky mountain. There's no plant life because there's not enough oxygen. It's quite bright currently due to this. There's no cloud cover for the sun, though not blinding because there's no snow to reflect off. It is a beautiful sight.
Deep inhale. Hello, home.
And as you say that, you do notice something, and kind of as I mentioned, there's not supposed to be any plant life, but you catch the glimpse as one of the clouds kind of shifts slightly to a blue plant that is quite small. You can't completely make out of, but it stands out on the rocky mountain. You go closer to inspect it.
I would have definitely go closer and inspect it cautiously, but I also have Mini Orc with me, so he's going to do zoom in first.
Yeah. So yeah, we get the Mini Orc zoom in cinematography. As he does, he catches the glimpse of a blue clover. And as the clouds kind of shift a little bit more, there's another one next to it.
Interesting. Have I heard of these blue clovers before?
If you have not, I don't think you've been a part. You might have been part of the group when that happened.
I'm pretty sure in character it was with Old Man Orc, with it gives you the curse of cold.
Then yeah, if it was Old Man Orc, I don't know if Flight has encountered them.
No, he has not.
So I mean, I would you probably maybe heard of them from like your own history. So why don't you give me a history check and let's just see, maybe you have in passing. I would say at 23, you've definitely heard of them from as an item that was used by one of your old nemesis, which were the Trovarians, the ones who live underground and not above or in the skies. And then they were used to curse those that were exiled.
I guess this would be the ultimate prison for a Trovarian, being up above the clouds. All right.
And then as the cloud shifts more, you see another one.
Oh, there's a lot up here. Have Mini Orc kind of scoot around to see if he just sees a whole patch of them or something.
Mm-hmm. The problem is the clouds is obscuring it heavily, so it's really hard to tell, except for like on the occasion when like the wind just slowly shifts the cloud, and that cover kind of disperses for the brief second right on the edge.
I see. I'm gonna take this time to search around without touching the ground and see if I can find that hole. If this hole was above on this area, because I flew upwards. I'm gonna see if there's a hole that led down.
So as you think about that, you fly for a minute or two, and the rest of the group, you guys all hit the cloud cover. You just kind of sit there and wait, maybe call out to Flight, not hearing the response back, and also not. You're smart enough not to just enter into an unknown area you can't see without your scout first coming back. Flight, you spend a couple minutes scouting out the area, and as you do, you then kind of come to the conclusion that there's no way it could have been up here because there was snow inside of it, and there's no snow up here.
Okay. Fly back down to the group.
Mm-hmm. You come through the cloud cover, probably about 100 or so feet off the side of where the group is at, as you fly over to them.
Hey guys, I found a way. You'll have to climb up if you want to get up to a nice snowless area up there.
We'll have to climb.
Yep. Oh, one of you has to climb. The other one has to Gerathor, I guess.
I say in this case, it is still like a walkable path, as far as you can tell in the clouds, though you don't know how well, since you can't really see much ahead of you because of the heavily obscured cloud cover. So you could try flying over it that way. You could try to walk through it. It's up to you guys on what you want to try to do.
Is there a cliff to follow, like a lining?
It is. I mean, yes. There's like you have your path you're walking, but there's cliff sides and stuff like that. But in that same vein, there's clouds. It's just that one thick layer of cloud that you are at.
So I'm just thinking if it's like if you're walking like up a path, like however it is going, is it like it's on the side of the mountain, so the mountain's continued upwards past with it? So I could stick the climbing gear into the side of the mountain as I'm walking along it, in case. So if it's obviously it's either a straight path or a winding path. If it's winding around and I don't notice that it's turning, and I slip, and I've got the climbing gear in the wall.
I would say reasonably. I mean,
That's-
there's not really a wall per se, but you could definitely put them still like in the partial ground, so that if you slip, it would still be in the ground.
That's
yeah,
cool. That's good enough. Safety.
Yep. There is that 6 inches of snow or so you would have to like brush to find a good spot to put it. But that's really about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we enter into the clouds. Is that the plan, or
if the clouds are too much for you guys, you just let me know and I'll blow them away for a while.
It'd be easier for me to be able to see where my feet are going.
Okay.
I have
I'm gonna
gust.
fly. I also have gust of wind. It'll last a minute.
Isn't that a spell though?
Is it a cantrip?
It's for me. I could use it once per day.
I can
because
just
my
I can just
lungs.
spam this as a cantrip.
That works.
Yeah, I'll stick with Gerathor and Mage.
Every 6 seconds, I'm just.
I mean, all that's going to do in this case is give you like a 5 foot of like sight, or I guess 10 feet of sight ahead of you, and then it fills right back in. You get like a brief instant like look of head, and then it fills back in with cloud.
Did Flight tell us about the blue clover?
Oh, I will tell you that on the way up because my bird brain. By the way, there's a bunch of blue flowers up there. I remember something about Trevarians and punishment, and they need to stop being underground.
So don't touch the flowers?
Unless you really want to be cold.
Hmm.
Maybe I should take some for later and try to make it into a cold drink.
I don't know if it works like that, but sure, you do you.
As we're going up the mountain.
We can afford to take things a little slow.
Yeah.
Current. Okay. So as you begin slowly making your way up the mountainside, I need everybody to give me a perception check with disadvantage, except for Mage. Because of
So mine's
Gust.
just gonna roll.
Well,
Yeah.
aren't we sticking next to or Mage?
Yeah, I get that -1, baby.
So are you okay?
Bam.
Well, I guess the question is, are you?
Wait, that's a
even-
wisdom.
So even sticking next to Mage, are you guys walking in a straight single file line then? I guess, or with Mage in the front?
Seems the most likely if he's the one that's
Yeah.
clearing the
And
path.
I'll go
And I'm
second
flying.
over your shoulder.
Yeah, that works.
As usual,
I'm
flying.
just gonna stop every 15 feet to rip the old thing out and stab the new one in.
So mine, when he works.
Is it still disadvantage?
29.
Well, you're kind of relying on this point as you're relying on Mage in this case as the person in the lead to keep an eye on things because he's the one who's kind of walking as the clouds fill in, so it's what he sees. As he would be blocking at least partial of your view, so it would be no advantage for you guys. Though you may have a chance of catching a glimpse of something.
No disadvantage or no advantage?
Well, it would be disadvantage because of that. So yeah, no. So for you guys, it would be disadvantage because of the cloud cover plus Mage being in front of you all. Mage would be at advantage just because he's clearing out the space ahead and getting rid of the heavily obscure at the same time.
Roll
So-
again then, Mage.
Yep.
See if you do better than a 17. Unlikely.
Oh, okay. Those
Just give the
twos.
advantage.
Could have been a 0. Nat 0.
Could have been.
Cannot find that damn clover right. Super annoying. Don't remember where I have it at. Or where I saved it, you know?
Hmm.
Is that meant to be a nod to Ellie's character? Because it's a blue clover.
Yeah.
And it's to do with cold.
Yes. I informed her when I made it, which actually I probably could find it there too. I can't search it. I can't search Discord right now though because that's our cameras. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more little like skim through. If I don't find it, I don't. I thought I had like a magic item thing. Just anywhere, and I made the item. It exists somewhere. Damn it! Just don't remember where it exists.
It might be in the other game.
No, I made it specifically for a Monster Hunter version of it specifically. The whole.
I mean,
It's not a big deal. I'll find it. I know roughly what it does.
Oh, that's what I mean. It might be in the other Monster Hunter from the West March.
No, it would be this. This was duplicated over, so
Oh, okay.
not a huge deal. I know what it does roughly. I just wanted to see if I had any other details on it. Was all. Not. I know the important part. So, with a 17, as you begin walking with Mage, who is impeded by any kind of difficult terrain due to snow. I don't believe Mage is. I know Gerathor is not. Shaseth, are you good?
I don't have any specific thing against it.
Okay, so then you are definitely impeded by the difficult terrain, so definitely slowing you down. Flight, are you flying? Or are
Yes.
you... Okay, so flight is unimpeded as well because he's flying, so not a big deal. You're just flying directly above the group within like 5 feet so you can see where they're at.
Well, I figured with a 10-foot wingspan, I'd be blowing enough of stuff around I could see them anyways.
Not really, because it's just kind of swirling back in on you in this case. Because there's not really open. You guys aren't, as you're entering like maybe the initial like outer edge of it, yeah, sure. But as you enter into it, it's just, and there's just clouds just circling back over, constant.
You probably need like the high level spell that affects wind.
Alrighty.
I can't remember what it's called.
In this case, because I feel like it's a bit too dangerous, Gerathor, would it be easier if you just climbed up the sheer rock face?
We said that there wasn't.
There's not specifically like any kind of sheer rock face. It's just mountain. There's not even really a path. It's just you guys are walking up the side of a mountain.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, my thing doesn't curve, so it's only one direction. So I didn't see the path when I was flying up either, really.
No, you could not see the path. In this case, Gerathor is dropping pittance every so often to in case he slips, he then can like not and just slide down the mountainside.
Okay. Well, I gotta stay close because I can't do much else in this case.
Okay. So as you begin walking, relying on flight, you don't need to make any more perception checks for the future ones. Okay. So as you begin your walk, kind of trudging through the snow, Mage, does yours let you walk on ice and snow, like without footprints or anything like that, or is it just you aren't unimpeded by it?
Let me check. I think I have it in my armor. Yeah. Just as I can move across icy
Right.
surfaces.
Okay. So in this case, you're moving raw. Yeah, you're still moving. So as you're kicking up a little bit of snow as you're walking because your feet are kind of sinking into the 6 inches of snow. It packs down, about 3 inches in. And as you're about to take as you like kind of kick up a bit of snow, you happen to notice a blue clover that you just almost touched with your toe as you step.
Ooh. What's this? Guess Mage would point it out to everyone as he gets a little jar ready.
Don't touch it, Mage. It's a curse.
Oh, that's easy enough to avoid. As I would cast. It'll take some time. We have time.
Well, if the winds pick up and they blow you off the mountain, not really. That all depends. It really depends on how the winds are going to do.
Okay, I'll use my Order of the Scribes ability, I think. How would this work? How would you allow this to work if I summoned the an unseen servant?
I mean, you can summon an unseen servant,
Well, I mean, I meant because of the terrain. We're not like we're going up the mountain, right?
right?
So if I summon it, he's gonna straight fall to the ground, kind of
No,
thing.
it's not. You guys aren't like climbing up. You're just at an incline.
Okay, then I'll use my Wizard of the Scribe ability to cast it. Use my ritual casting, but quicken it to perform it at the time of casting time. So 1 action. As I
Okay.
have my unseen servant take the clover and put it in the jar and then seal it.
Okay, since unseen servant doesn't have any kind of stats, I'm not gonna make a key.
It disappears after an hour.
Flux,
So.
and yeah, you put it in a jar. Okay, so you have a jar. As soon as it's placed into the jar free, like the entire interior of the jar turns to like ice crystal.
Oh my.
Yeah, like from what I remember, that thing freezes anything that it has touched it slowly and painfully.
Is it cursed or is it something else?
It's a punishment.
I guess this thing doesn't take concentration. I would end up doing as a ritual to cast detect magic to see what it's made out of, but that will take 10 minutes.
Wait till we get up to the flat top up there. You don't have plenty more
Yeah.
time. And keep that jar extra shut.
I'll seal it tight and put it in my inventory.
Okay.
That's the second jar I have with the cursed thing inside of it.
What's the first one? I don't remember off the top of my head.
It was Heavy picked up that Trovarian flower
This
and
is
put
the
that in the
Same
jar.
thing.
Oh, so now I have 2 of them.
You have 2 of them.
2
So-
cursed herb in a jar.
Okay.
Yeah, the spell that I was thinking about that would help us out would be Control Winds, and none of us have 5th level spells.
Nope. All I have is gust of wind.
Hmm.
You probably have a trinket, but I'm not using one of those.
Okay. So we continue our journey upwards. I need everybody but Flight to make me a perception. Mage, yours can be at advantage. The other 2s are at disadvantage.
Come on, get that 0.
Oh yeah.
That's a really nice check. 27. Your disadvantage. Okay. Flight, roll me a D3.
Me, a D3?
Yep, no pressure.
1.
Okay. So, Shaseth,
Yes.
as you are walking, Gerathor Mage takes a step, kind of kicks up, a little bit of snow once again, making a tiny little pile. Gerathor takes kind of the same steps over, kicks a little pile. As he does, as you're stepping down, you realize that the snow is being pushed down, and there is the tip of a leaf of a clover in their footprint. As you're going to step down, make me a dexterity saving throw. As you try to catch yourself from stepping down at the same exact time, without falling as well. Well,
I'll
so
take the fall if I can.
Don't forget your
Not
+3.
fall. Oh, I don't get +3 for myself.
so paligans get their
Yeah, you
aura
do.
bonus.
It's already in there.
Oh, you have a
Oh, your dex
-1.
is horrible.
9 dexterity.
It's
Look,
like me and my wisdom.
I already got it. Okay, so 12. Either way, you take your step, and as you do, you kind of lock your other leg up. You're kind of trying to balance yourself, and as you step down, your foot presses down in the space right next to their footprint. Trying with luck to not step on something else. And as you to lift your foot up, and you kind of peek and see, there is nothing blue under your foot.
Oh, good.
As you have now walked roughly about 200 or so feet into the cloud at this time. Do you
So take another 100 feet.
Do you, Shaseth, say anything to the group as you do this? Or you just kind of keep it quiet because you're in the back of the line in this case.
I'll just tell him to be a little more careful. I just nearly stepped on one.
Wasn't I at the back of the line?
Yeah, I thought I was second.
Oh, I mixed up. So yeah, so Gerathor's behind. So I apologize on that. Either way, it's after Mage hit then.
Sure.
Just the narrative slightly.
Do you want me to make a
No.
dex?
You kind of saw what Shaseth does, and maybe you also tried to, like, you know, hold him, and you step into where Shaseth stepped in that space instead of the one Mage was in. So you travel for flight roughly told you it was about 2,000 or so feet of cloud cover. I think it was 2,000. And so you continue to walk upwards. Another about halfway or so. You make it. It's eerie quiet. There's a little bit of wind here and there. Slightly chill to it. Not to the point of extreme cold for you because of your hot drink effects, but still a little unnerving. You get the sense that if you didn't have these oxygen filters, it would be extremely dangerous up. And I need everybody to once again make me another perception check. It needs to give one, except for flight.
No.
No.
Oh,
Should Mini Orc take a look out for them?
This is
Mine
it's
is 12.
okay. Oh, it's a heat of the moment kind of thing in this case. Hey, look at that. It cancels out the negative or the 1 and the 20. They cancel each other out.
I see everything.
Hey, Flight, give me another D3.
Oh no.
I'm slowly killing my friends. Another one.
Another one. So who rolled first this? I think that was Gareth.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. That's how I'm doing it, is by who rolled first, or that order. That's how I'm choosing it. No other way. So, as Mage, you're walking. You're taking your steps cautiously, carefully, gusting ahead of you to make sure there's nothing that is too visible. You see a couple clovers here and there that you easily avoid with no real issue. The clouds kind of soak back in around behind you, and even in front of you on occasion, as you take a breath to then continue casting your gust. Shaseth, you're kind of watching where Mage is going, watching the footprints pretty carefully as you're taking step by step. And then Gerathor, you follow up last behind all of them. And Gerathor, of course, you have the biggest feet. So Mage's got the smallest, and Shaseth, and then obviously you know, you're a man, you got big feet. That's how it works. Shaseth's the snake.
Slither.
So, but either way, you just have a bigger foot in this case, and as you're stepping, you're following their footprints. Step down, and as you do, the snow starts to shift slightly, and because you're watching your feet as carefully as you can, and there is a blue clover that's starting to show itself barely under the snow. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
It's not 22 because
Okay.
I still rolled advantage.
You kind of roll your ankle a bit as you avoid stepping on it with your foot at the same time, so you hurt your ankle a little bit, and then you kind of catch yourself with your other foot, but you do not step on the clover. As you...
Easy.
That's good.
What was that? I heard grunting.
I think
All right, if you say so.
And you take a second to like kind of recoup yourself, Gerathor. The group is kind of fading into the clouds as you have to kind of rush to catch up to them as cautiously as you can. Give me another perception check, Gerathor. In this case, just yourself.
disadvantage.
Yes, the cloud. Oh no, yes, because you're trying to catch them and pay attention to your footsteps. Okay. So you step one more time, following the footprints.
Actually, hold on. How does this work?
Mhm.
Oh, it's up to. How far away would you say that they've gone, like, into the cloud? It's like 10 feet?
They're like 10, 15 feet in.
With the ability of a Dragoon being able to vault, can I do, like,
Quick jump.
technical vault? Yeah, because it's up to 15 feet horizontally.
Yeah.
And I'll just go, like, 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
to try and catch up.
Yeah, you could do that. Roll me a D100. We're gonna go on luck on because your feet are gonna land somewhere. And there's a chance one could be a clover there. There's definitely not one. So you land, you catch right back up to the group and continue walking. Shaseth, you hear kind of the jump behind you as you all maybe stop for a brief second. See Gerathor just appear in front of you, or not? Yeah, because you're facing him now.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Ankles still
Throbbing just the entire time. As you continue upwards, you travel another 750 or so feet, and these clovers are fucking everywhere, mate. They're getting denser as you're getting closer to the top.
Has it been an hour? How long has it been?
You guys are traveling 1,000 feet. It's been, we'll go carefully and cautiously, it's been 20 minutes, realistically.
I'm gonna have my unseen servant just like start pulling them out and like throwing them to the side, trying its best to make a little path. That's possible.
Okay, so you're having your unseen servant trying to make a path? Okay.
He's picking up flowers that would kill other people.
Tossing them backwards the entire time.
My danger sense is tingling.
Just like I taught him.
I would say that the only issue you have is the unseen servant you can command and try to interact with an object, but we can maybe try to brush aside the snow. I'm trying to think of how specifically how you
could brush snow on top of them.
Yes, but your foot goes through.
Oh, I thought you were saying that if the snow was like over it.
Right, but it
wasn't affecting
right now because a lot of these are hidden under the snow, and that's the big thing in this case. So like you could definitely command him to grab the ones that you see. I mean, you can have him probably try to brush the snow aside. It's gonna really slow you down. That'd be I would say it would be the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Though you guys necessarily in a rush, you're looking for this creature. You haven't found it yet, though.
Because the only other thing I can think of is just like casting an acid spell, but it's the same thing. It'll take a while because I don't really have. I have an acid / cantrip at the most.
Yeah, I mean you can
I don't know
definitely do this stuff.
Will.
Druidcraft wouldn't work, but you could definitely do that stuff. It's just gonna slow you down. I would say that's the big. It's up to you.
Don't want to just cast fly again on everybody.
Well, you already camouflage with my boots.
They're still walking.
Probably wouldn't.
It's denser amount of them. There's still spaces to step and stuff like that. It's just going to be a bit more difficult this last 200 or so 50 feet to get out of the clouds. As you know, flight probably flew up at one point, checked to see the distance roughly ish, came back down and informed you all. You know you're getting close.
What do you all think? Slow and steady or fly?
It's better to be safe. I mean, we got well, ideally not, but potentially a very hard fight ahead of us.
I'd rather you all be in your peak conditions.
How's your diplomacy feeling today, Gerathor?
What was that?
How's your diplomacy feeling today?
I'm not the only one who can talk to it.
So, what are we able to cast detect magic yet, or am I able to cast it, or is it still? Are we still waiting?
We wanted to wait till we're out of this.
Because I do have the remove curse spell, and I'd be able to twin it in case someone or two of us get hit, assuming I can.
You said you can use the gust of wind spell, and how? We're like what, 250 feet?
Roughly.
It's only for spells that
outside?
have attack rolls. For sniper, otherwise it's a range of 30
No,
feet.
I'm flight has it.
Yep.
So technically, with 250 feet, we need to go 190 before that could realistically just clear a solid path. if I'm reading the spell correctly, at least. Because I was just
60
curious
feet,
about that.
10 feet wide.
Yeah. A strong wind. So, well, a strong, consistent wind. Would that blow the clouds apart enough for us to be able to see?
You mean with just gust, or with I missed what spell?
No, with gust of wind. This is a second level spell. I'll copy and paste.
That's fine. I found it.
Okay.
I would say it would also clear out most of the non-compact snow. That makes the most sense to me in this case. And concentration up to 1 minute, 250. Yeah, I would say if you wanted a gust of wind, it would give you at least 6. It would give you your 60 feet of your 250, where you could easily you'd see where every single clover's at in that range, and you're being
so
yeah.
If we take it slow for 190 feet, being extra careful, taking the extra minutes that it might take, and then we can basically just run the next bit, and we should be fine, realistically, with a clear sight. Do we want to do it that way instead? I don't really want to burn extra spell slots when that's free, and we've already been pretty good with it.
Works for me as I go around spinning more clouds into like ice cream cones.
Yeah, it's better to be safe than sorry, I think.
Okay.
Because obviously, diplomacy is our first action. Doesn't mean it's going to work. We are asking a big dragon for its blood.
So, in this case, it's going to be 1 check for the last 250. The question is, will you be using that gust of wind then, me?
Me?
I don't have that spell.
Oh,
It's flight.
By the way,
it's
the
flight spell.
chat still is still looking at the previous cave.
Oh, well, in this case, I haven't moved anything because there's nothing really to. You guys are so technically traveling up this. We're in the in between of areas right now.
Okay. But yeah, I will definitely gust the wind once we get to the point that Gerathor has asked for.
Okay. Gerathor and that. There's being
I huff
cautious
and
and
I flop and I
careful.
blow the wind away.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna effectively do we're gonna kind of do the difficult train of time. For every 1 minute you guys would normally spend looking through this, it's now taking 5 minutes. So you're having your unseen servant kind of brush away the snow in the area every 5 minutes, which means you have 20 minutes, so it means you have 40 minutes left, which means he can do that. Oh, I can really do easy math. So it'd be it's two. Okay, yeah. The unseen servant will basically last the entire distance because it's 240 feet. Is how long he would last in 40 minutes, brushing stuff aside, trying to give you the best view of it all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make these checks with Mage. You'll have advantage on yours, and everybody else will make their checks as normal and not at disadvantage because a lot of the clovers have been cleared out thanks to the unseen servant and stuff like that. And then of course the addition, I'm gonna lower the DC for the use of the spell and a couple other things, so it'll be easier as well as not having those disadvantages and stuff. I think that makes the most sense. So everybody make me your perception check, flight except for you, and Major's at advantage. So 8. Okay.
21.
Okay. No need to make a D3 roll in this case. Flight. You succeed as you all slowly but surely over the next 40 minutes traverse this last 250 feet in the cloud. You make it to the top as the gust of wind just blows all the snow ahead of you in the last 60 feet, revealing all the clovers in the safe spots to step. The clouds do not sink back in immediately because the gust of wind is keeping it at bay. So you're walking through, easily moving up, and you make it that last feet, entering finally above the cloud cover, where there is still mountainous area, just mostly rock, fairly barren. You might see the occasional clover here and there, and it kind of gives you the glimpse of them not realistically being an actual plant. One, because they're made of ice, but two, the fact that they're above the clouds and still not melting or anything else like that. And that is where we are currently at.
Welcome to the land above the sky.
To the Himalayas.
Just
Oh,
call
they're
me
cold.
Edmund Hillary.
Once 11 snow cone.
I'm gonna push you off this mountain, Mage.
It's a
I
long
can change
fall.
the color with prestidigitation.
Best part is you could push him off the mountain. He could just fly right back to his spot.
Yeah, I know the boots I gave him, and then they own spells. My own generosity comes back to bite me.
Is Kahootie strong enough to carry me?
No.
Is the tiny
Well, I gave my-
owl.
If I get my Gauntlet's ogre power, sure.
I believe in him.
Then all we can end up with is another Poe at that point.
I'll cast a Bear's Endurance or whatever.
Don't
it
get me
is.
started on Poe.
Poe was our he was a pixie in one of our campaigns, our last campaign. Who I can't remember what he played Poe as, but he was
He's a druid.
he was a druid.
Druid of Moon.
He was ridiculously high pitched the entire time when he talked.
Oh.
The entire time. It was even, and how he spoke was always condescending, and it was mean. But he got gauntlets of ogre strength, so he would just manhandle and carry people around and stuff like that, or it was a belt of giant strength, one of the two, because it was completely useless to him. So it was super funny to give it to him.
Pretty sure he won it somehow.
Oh man! So then all he did was take he would Maraska. He would just manhandle Maraska's character half the time because of it. With this tiny little pixie.
Maraska wasn't in that, was he?
Yeah, he was the jackal for a bit. I could have
All
sworn.
right, continuing on.
Maybe that was Bakfunlo. I was
Okay,
thinking. No, that was Bakfunlo with that one. Yes,
Yeah.
continuing on. Sorry, we got off topic. You can watch that old stuff on my YouTube channel if you want at some time.
Plug in.
Boom. So, you are currently above the cloud. As you kind of see about, there is still mountain range all across the area. There is flat sections. There is jagged rocky sections. There are still cliffs that lead upwards even higher into the sky. You're roughly about 20,000 or so feet up at this point in this conjuncture.
So now you guys have been up here. What do you prefer, being up here or back in the ocean?
Ocean.
I don't mind it up here.
Feeling at home up here, Shaseth?
Well, I'm good at climbing, so not so much as swimming.
Fair. That is very fair. So, as you're looking around, Gerathor, trying to figure out where you have a kind of a path that leads to your south in the upper sections of this area. There's also what seems to be a cave about 100 or so feet ahead of you to your west.
Cave sounds good.
Give me that survival check.
Actually, before we leave this area, can I check for rocks?
You can definitely check for rocks.
That's spotter ability.
Yep, that's fine. You find some rocks.
Hey, Gerathor, there's some more rocks over there.
Mold Earth.
Chicken.
Critically
I have no faith
hit.
in myself.
Roll me a d6. One.
See,
You get some ice crystals.
Frozen berries. Resistance to fire damage for an hour.
I have like 3 of those somehow. Just sitting there.
Cool.
I think
I'll
I
just throw
got
it in the
a bunch
bag.
of those from before.
You need
Yeah, just
tropical
in the bag.
berries and ice crystals. How do you get
Oh, I just
tropical
throw the
berries?
ice
Couple
crystal
berries are in
the
the
community bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Survival. Yeah.
Okay. Roll the big. We're gonna roll a heavy dice.
The heavy dice.
Yeah,
Does it have heavy space on it?
Does not. It is fucking.
I'm gonna talk to Flight. Is it possible that you can tinker to make special bullets that have this cursed herb in it?
Well, sure, but at the same time, that requires me to get possibly cursed.
But I can cure you of the curse. I'm thinking that if that's possible, maybe you can have curse bullets. This place is filled with these things. And at some time I can probably collect a good amount. And you can
Well,
have like special bullets that apply a curse to monsters.
I'll only tell you I'll try. And if it gets excessively cold, I wouldn't be very mad.
Okay. At one point I would like, whenever there's time, to try to collect some herbs when I can cast the stuff again at a safe pace.
So wait, you want to collect herbs here?
The frozen
At a safe
clovers.
pace, yeah. The frozen clovers.
I mean, so you're up here. There's only a couple here and there, like sparsely about. So if you're looking to pick those ones up, you can. You could also go step back into the clouds and where your wind tunnel is at. You saw, I mean, in that area alone was probably 30 to 40 of them at a minimum.
Yeah.
So you just make another unseated servant, have it pluck and just fill a whole jar.
Yeah, and just stuff them in there.
Okay.
All right, a jar of super dangerous clovers. Got it. I'm putting that in the list.
Perfection.
Ugh.
A jar
Take-
of frozen clover. Roll me. I mean, we can just say you can have 10 of them. That'll probably what fits in a jar.
I have a lot of jars.
All these potions I've drank.
Pretty much that, and I think Harry just had a bunch in general.
They've got
Oh, yeah,
miniatures in them,
Yeah, he had
and
13
that's
glass
all I'll say
bottles.
about it.
All right.
Anyone who knows what I'm talking about knows the cursed information.
And then again, whenever I can cast detect magic
Mhm.
without feeling about a rush, whatever it does.
Sure.
And I think all I can recall from last time is it gave heavy vulnerability to cold. I think, and I think that was it. I'm not really sure.
So
You were resistant to it last time, and you started freezing.
I still have not been able to find where I put that damn thing. I wrote it all out. It was all pretty and everything, and I can't find it. So
Oh, do you need my stealth and perception check now?
yeah, I'm just trying to find Ellie's message here. Yes, I do. So let's just search through Ellie's message. Why can't
Small
I
ponies.
search? Let's.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
One second, I'm just trying to see if I can find this really fast.
They're just small figurines of fuck, what's that unicorn elder dragon?
Kieran?
That's the one.
Little ice Kierans.
So why do you have little Kierans?
They're in his jars. Does really nobody know what I'm talking about?
I wasn't there for this
I'm not-
because
I'm not saying it on stream. It's so cursed.
Okay.
I don't think I know what it is.
Was it during the Kieran
Oh.
hunt?
No, this is completely unrelated to D&D or anything. It's just
I
cursed
also have no
knowledge.
idea.
Okay, then.
I'll say it off stream.
Okay. I can't wait till the end of the stream. Unfortunately, for everybody else who's watching us, sucks to be you, I guess.
They don't want to know. They're better off not knowing.
You're welcome. Not there. I'm just doing a quick scroll through Ellie's stuff. That's like, what the fuck is this damn thing?
I'm only aware of one thing about that inside of a jar, if that's what I think it is.
PM it to me. I'll tell you.
Well, we can't have nice things, guys.
So I got a 18 for stealth and 23 perception.
Phosphomancer. Son of a bitch, where the fuck is that? I really wish I could find it. Let's try one more quick. I'm also then to search on this. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, well, I'll have to find it later. So, when you detect magic on it, I don't remember what type of magic it would be off the top. I guess it would be in enhancement or enchantment. You are, if you have immunity or resistance to cold, it is lost. You are no longer immune or resistant to cold. You do not gain the benefits of a hot drink. at all, and you must make checks for extreme cold once every hour instead of every day.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I was hoping it would give vulnerability to cold.
It may, I don't know off the top of my head, but it removes any immunity or resistance to cold.
That's pretty good.
You could turn that into a bullet. We could fight some pretty badass monsters that have invulnerability to that kind of stuff.
Go to Ukulnos.
Mhm.
How dare you beam me to ice? Go ahead, drive now. Do it. Swim through the cold.
I wish I could have found more. I cannot. But, Flight, as you enter into the cave, are you walking now? Because there is a path to walk to it.
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
put
we
my
need to
armor
move
on.
the stream, by the way,
What's up?
since we have now moved. I think the stream needs to move.
I think we're
Stream.
mid move.
Yeah, we're
All right, good. I was making sure you weren't frozen.
Scared me.
Well, it's because sometimes when I minimize Discord on accident, it will then I maximize again. Some people's cameras will still stay frozen on Discord or on OBS. So, Flight, as you
Yeah, I'm
enter,
gonna walk in there with my armor on.
yep, you walk into the area as you do. In the center of the area, you look upon, just a large ice cave. You find a altar. And on top of the altar is the statue of a serpent-like creature with different, what looks, I would say, would be like the artistic version of wind surrounding them, like a vortex.
Well, first things first, because I've heard about these from other people, is to investigate it.
Okay, how do you investigate it?
Most likely it's magical, so go with the arcane.
Okay, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Can I help with that? No, never mind.
No, you
You're not
can't.
in
You're
there.
not there yet.
I just do a full a full scan from the Avengers thing. It goes up and down the statue. It was like scan complete.
So as you kind of look around it, trying to spy on it and stuff like that, and get an idea of what it is, in certain angles, it blends in almost perfectly with the wall. Like you almost can't see it from certain whatsoever. As you're trying to figure out what it is, good, bad, cursed, you definitely get the idea that it is not cursed based on your 27 with Arcana. It doesn't have any symbols or runes that specifically target towards negative effects. Though you're not entirely sure what the effect of this shrine gave you.
All right.
And this is as you're looking at it, kind of around. This is when the group kind of walks in.
Next thing first is start doing a history check to figure out what kind of monster that is on there.
Sure.
Ooh,
No
can I-
idea.
Can I try?
You can have advantage on it because it's technically.
Does?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
yes.
I found the statue.
Excellent.
You said it was serpentine?
It is serpentine.
Sort of.
It is not.
Does it
It
look
is
like-
not your serpent.
Oh.
So Gerathor, you recognize it as a Matsu Magasuchi.
I don't know what that is.
It is
Same
the
thing.
weird-
I haven't
non,
played the new
even
one.
non-meta, I don't know what that is.
Someone hasn't played enough Monster Hunter.
No, I
Mhm.
haven't
Yeah.
played the new ones.
It's
the
not.
new one.
No, it's
That's
not.
old
It's
ones.
old.
It's old
Ah,
Monster
okay.
Amatsu
Hunter.
Gatsusuchi is really old.
It was in Generations and it was in 3G.
No, the first thing I thought of was the two serpents in the other one, which I've kind of been spoiled by.
Oh,
Because I think one of them is wind-esque. But anyway,
That's in
digress.
Generations?
Ibuchi, no.
So
No, that's Rise.
it is Matsu.
And
Yeah.
Double Cross.
So it is a elder dragon. It's a very large elder dragon. It is known to control wind and weather. It can shoot out multiple beams of water.
It floats.
It does float. It hovers. It
We
is
have a Dragonborn
a
for it.
terrifying. Yeah, it does. There's a Dragonborn version of it. They're quite beautiful, and in this case, kind of same thing. As you're looking at it, it doesn't. In certain angles, it seems to just kind of vanish, which is strange. Which is not something that the Matsu is known to do, which is why it seems kind of peculiar.
That's how I see the statue. In my
That's the
head
actual
canon.
thing.
Statue does not do it justice.
Pretty,
Scary is what it is.
So
pretty
I
scary.
go back to one. So I can't. It's definitely magical of some kind. But I can't figure out what kind of magic it does. It doesn't seem to be bad.
Correct. You definitely aren't entirely sure exactly what the effect is, but it doesn't seem like there's any kind of. There's no signs of any kind of negative. Like, there's no runes in here that seem to point towards curses or anything like that. There's no. The energy it gives off is more of a positive energy. So there's nothing specifically here that makes you feel that way. Though if someone wants to do a religion to try to confirm on that side, they're more than willing to try as well.
This thing's a flying calamity, though. At the same
Does
time, it's
anybody
considered
have-
a god, I guess, in some places.
I think
Have
I
it
can
too.
try and still have advantage.
I have one religion. If anybody has better than that,
A religion.
So this would
Mine's
not be advantage on a religion, Gerathor. This is not specific towards Amatsu as much as for
Oh, it's
shrine
for the
itself.
actual statue.
Yes.
All right.
No, mine's
I mean,
not.
at most, all I can do is detect magic and just find out the school.
Flight 14. You are not sure, Flight.
Actually, he's cool. He's cool. He's a cool guy. I'm Kahootie.
Kahootie?
Yeah, Kahootie's gonna go and fly on it.
Then just land on it?
Yep.
All right. Does Kahootie flutter over and just boop, flops itself on top of the head of it.
It explodes.
It explodes.
Too much power.
Kahootie died. Oh no, no! I need everybody to please make me a Constitution saving throw as just an aura just pulses out from it in all directions.
these have almost never been useful except for once.
How dare you? They're always for me.
That was, the first one's me, and the second one's Mini Orc.
Okay.
Casual 28.
You are all able to keep in your meal from your artesian as you then kind of look around at each other. And in some cases, out of your peripherals, you kind of lose sight of each other as you all gain the boon of undetectability
Yeah, stealth.
for the next 24 hours. So every
Oh,
single
boy.
one of you gains a plus 10 bonus to your dexterity stealth checks.
Hey, plus
And
checks.
you can't be detected or targeted by divination magic, including the scrying.
Yeah, pass without a trace.
Hey, I'm gonna take that statue home with me. It needs to stay in my house.
You're gonna grab the statue?
No, not right now. I prefer the angry. I don't. I prefer the angry statue to stay where the angry statue belongs.
So that is the effect you gain.
Someone else cast pass without a trace so we can get plus 20.
I don't got that. Sorry.
And then everybody's still
Druid comes running up the mountain. I'm here. Boom.
bye. Flies off.
Oh.
I need to stay within 30 feet.
Oh man.
Well, I look around. Where are we? This isn't the same spot.
What?
What?
Oh, the screen suddenly changed over to a different
Oh,
spot. for
I
me,
put
so
you
I'm
in
not
the.
sure
This is the actual appropriate spot where you're supposed to be at, right?
Okay. Well, not on
Yeah,
here,
I thought the statue just like teleported us somewhere.
Nope. This is just your location that you found the statue.
It's like, okay, well, that happened.
Oh god, we touched the
because-
goblet of fire.
You know, because that happened, we should leave a little thing here for it because you never know.
That's true. I don't know what this creature eats though.
Preferably meat. I guess.
You think it would like one of the warmed meats?
I think we should leave a sushi fish.
You don't think that'll freeze? That's probably used to frozen foods. Yeah.
The flying storm dragon. I'm pretty sure it picks up fish all the time when it goes over the ocean.
Yeah, I think a sushi fish is a good idea.
Leave with the several sushi fish I have.
Okay. You leave it as sushi fish. As you place it on the altar, it does freeze up almost immediately. And just Nothing else happened.
Yeah, I can stay right there. I can only imagine the bad news would happen if we messed with it.
I am gonna physically put my weapons away and now use my Magus staff as a walking stick.
Okay. Okay. So as you're looking around the area, you are in a cave. There's the shrine in the center of it. There are 2 other cave exits in this case. One to your west and one to your south. There's also the potential chance of an ore in the area if the spotter wishes to try to look, but that's also up to him because you're.
I'll do it.
Yep. Find some more.
Look, Gerathor, or
Do you want me to meld it or do you want me to hit it?
and hit it.
How strong do you
I look
feel?
at Gerathor before he swings. Like, I have a pickaxe too, and I have a 19. My strength is phenomenal right now as I flex my fake magical muscles.
Without looking at the ore, just yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing that yeah was
Nailed it.
Okay, 21. That's success. Go ahead and roll me that d6. Let's see what you find.
Nailed it.
You got so
Fake
a
muscles.
4. Why is the mountains? Mountains suck.
So you tell me you need to fix them.
Armor
Ew.
sphere.
Yeah,
You sure you on the right
I'm
level
pretty-
table?
I
Yeah,
am.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned this to you, and you said you were going to fix it up because it was like random, like level 7 to 10
Wait a minute.
was giving away greens.
Just make it the whatever the other one was.
One
Just go
second.
up a level.
You find stone.
It's a hard armor. Well, it'll be a hard armor sphere. We'll adjust that later.
Which way do we want to go? South? We still haven't found anything from like tracks.
Well, in this case, you're not necessarily I'm keeping track of signs as like a separate, not necessary. Like when you guys will find something, it's just not necessarily like, hey, here is the creature and what type of stuff. That makes sense. So
Well, so if we know it lives on the highest point of this mountain, we should just keep heading up further. Let's look for the incline. Which one of these 2 places leads to an incline?
That makes sense.
so as you peer out, give me a. You don't really need a perception check to figure out which one's higher. You look to your west first and kind of look at a peer of like the peak and go back and look to the south. It seems like the area to the south seems to be leading towards the highest peak of this section of the mountain. Okay, survival check.
Oh,
Just barely.
Stealth and perception. Well, that stealth is a 20, be thanks to the plus 10, and that's a 25 perception.
Okay, 25 perception, 20 stealth. All right. As you walk into this area of light,
Yes.
first thing you notice
Shouldn't
is
Oh yeah, you said still 20.
there is a moving snow mound about 50 feet to your south. Kind of, it's an upward angle. It's a pretty fairly large snow mound.
It's moving.
It's moving.
Use mini orc to zoom in and check it.
Yep. Zoom in. The snow mound is actually fur. As he notices a
Baby Gammoth.
baby gamut.
Baby Gammoth.
A behemoth.
kill it!
Yeah, might as well. We're here.
And then
Need to, though? We could provide it with meat. I mean, if we want to haul it up, we can give it to the Valstrax.
gamuts are vegetarian, or they're vegetarian.
Vegetarian style meat.
My
a
baby
choice.
Gammoth, my baby Gammoth is a vegan.
Not mine. Mine's a straight up carnivore. I don't know what.
Yep. They're herbivores.
So I'm looking at
We can
that.
do
With my great stealth, I'm just going to take a look around these corners to see which one of these ways is also an incline.
Okay.
And just look with mini orc down these ways to see which is an incline.
One to the right seems to be a slight decline into a cave. The one to the left does seem to be an incline, but the largest is to the south, continues going in that direction. It is just kind of going straight up in this case. And as you're kind of looking around a bit more, from behind the baby snow mound stands up a very large
Oh.
elephant-like creature.
As I
That's
sit
sad.
here observing this with binoculars, like behind a little snow mound, I'm like,
Mhm.
fascinating. Now, if my luck still stands, there's gonna be an Elder Frost popping up behind that one.
And then this one appears.
Oh, well, I was almost right.
No. There we go.
Oh, oh.
Elder Dragon.
So you also know, Flight, give me a history check. Or history check. Let's see what knowledge you have of gamuts. 18. You know it's very rare for a gamut to have a baby gamut with them, as their two baby gamuts usually live with popos. This is not a common occurrence.
Well, we'll just kind of hide behind the snowpack here, waiting for the group then.
Mhm.
And I'll have when they get closer, I'm gonna have Miniorg like tell them to quiet down.
Yeah, so the baby gamut or the large gamuts kind of like shake its head. You hear some cracking that kind of echoes off the mountainsides, and then it kind of just like sits back down and snuggles into the snow a little bit. The baby gamut is kind of brushing stuff aside, looking for food, your guess, or just playing around. You see some snow toss every so often. Just kind of enjoying itself. As the rest group, you arrive.
This is adorable. My ancestors would murder this thing violently and brutally.
Well, that's something.
Hey, so there's an incline. There's a steep incline over here at the very bottom.
Yeah, that's going upwards in this case.
Yeah, that's what I tell them. Over there, while I pass the game, this is the highest one. There's a small incline over to our right over here. That'd be my left in the character, I guess. Everywhere else seems to be going down.
And everybody give me a stealth check, please. Besides
So I
flight.
get to keep mine?
Yes.
Okay.
If you didn't roll for mini orc, give me one for mini.
At disadvantage.
No, normal.
33.
It's not
Yeah.
normal, it's
Oh,
not
then it
advantage, it's a
matters.
plus
18s.
10. Yeah, it's a plus 10.
18s.
31.
Almost 18.
So yeah, those are 18s for me.
Gerathor with a 33, 31, an 18, a 20, and then 1.
Miniorg on a 31.
What is the gamma's passive perception? Okay.
32.
It kind of stands up for a brief second and just like looks around, just kind of like spying for things, and then just sits down with the butt facing all of you. At that
Wow.
same moment, as you're looking around, you see a large dragon-like creature just in the same direction as the gammoths kind of take off and just rocket out of the area. Red comet.
Fuck. Out of my breath.
You guys stay here. I'm gonna fly up. I'm gonna fly up and see if I can keep an eye where it's gonna land.
Yeah, so you
It's one
kind of
hell of a gamut.
yes, you fly up and just see we're just taking off into the distance. It's going miles at the moment. And as you do recall, this thing on occasion, like once a week, will travel somewhere and then come back.
Do we know how long it was gone for again?
You do not get that information.
Well, it's gone. Do we just fuck up the mammoth?
I suppose we could try.
While I'm this high up in the air, do I see where it would be the most likely place for it to nest?
Oh yeah, because you probably travel fairly high. As you look, I mean, kind of the area where it just came from, like took off from, you see a large like plateau in that area, and you can definitely see some like scorch marks on it and stuff like that in that area.
Using the shiny bits of my armor, I'm gonna try to get my group's attention and start pointing to an area.
Okay, roll me
binocular him.
No. Just roll me a D100.
Why are you being so slow today, roll 20?
29. So as you kind of like, you're flashing towards the group, as you're like, change aiming downwards, to change to get their attention, so it gives the flash. You also end up flashing like down towards the Gammoth, and it hits it in the eye. And as it turns, like it kind of like shudders and looks up and sees you, and
Hundreds of feet in the air.
Yeah, lets out the noise, because it's not happy with you right now. Doesn't seem the rest of the group, but it's like staring at you right now, just angrily.
That's not good.
What's it gonna do? Come at me? This is where it jumps in the air and flames at me.
That's what you could
No,
say.
it just lightning bolts you. This Gammoth ate a Rajang pelt.
You see its cape as it flutters in the air.
No, but seriously, do we actually want to fight this? Because Gerathor hasn't fought one of these from what he believes or remembers,
One up here, like
and would be very interested.
I think Mage has also never fought one, and he would be interested in its parts.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm up here in the air, so I can't hear what they're saying. All I know is I'll see what they're doing.
So as you guys decide to fight it, we're gonna roll for initiative then, I guess, in this case.
You get a surprise
Flight,
round?
you three get a surprise round. Flight does not, because it is aware of flight.
Good job, Flight. You've done your due
So-
diligence.
So what I'm hearing is a surprise attack.
Oy. Okay, guys. Do we take the baby out first?
The baby might just leave.
We can put the baby to sleep.
Hate that
The
one.
baby will
Roll
just
hit
probably run
dice.
away.
Ow.
Okay, got that there.
Heck, the Gammoth might throw it at us.
We can throw his baby at us. What is it, Yoshi?
Okay. Everybody's rolled, I believe. Where are you at, Flight? You want to roll your initiative, sir?
I assume, like, how far do you think I was? 600 feet, 1,000 feet?
Like 300, realistically, because I mean
Okay.
you're flying up, and you guys are near the top of the peak in this case, and the Gammoth is just kind of in the way. You're definitely out of its range. Nice.
Oh, I'm last.
No, you're not. The baby Gammoth's last.
How
Ooh, that
dare
one.
roll high? I got hold of that one. Yeah.
All right, let's get some battle music. As it is now Gerathor's turn.
Alrighty. I assume that the lines are like cliff faces.
Yeah, they'll be
Or
the
at
reverse.
least
In the,
inclines.
yeah, they'd be the reverse in this case.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Sorry, I need to double check what items I have left on me.
There's no snow, so there's no difficult terrain or anything like that.
No, it wouldn't matter for me. Okay. Bonus action. Gonna drink power juice.
Mhm.
Hasting myself. Where's that haste button? There it is.
Yeah, currently, Gammoth is looking up at Flight.
Yep. Gonna go 30 feet to here. And I'm gonna be kinsecting first. So first two hits I kinsect, and I'm going for the baby Gammoth.
Would it be an
Forgot to
advantage?
roll-
It's a surprise.
Yes.
Forgot to roll Kahooties initiative. There you go.
Just ignore the 6 lightning, obviously.
Okay, and this is at which one?
The baby Gammoth.
All right, 26 just barely hits for 3. All right.
Second hit, I'm gonna go again. I assume it's no longer advantage because I've hit
Correct.
it once.
Correct. It is not surprised, or yeah, no. It is definitely aware of you. 20 hits for
So
5.
my extra movement. That's the yellow one I use. And my hasted action, I'm going to go one more time.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we are super powered.
Okay, that's your turn, Gerathor?
No, I am also just gonna book it into this corner.
Okay, as you retreat. In the sense of, as we're looking at this area, I'm trying to determine what is going to be like cliffside and what's not going to be cliffside. So it's not like complete drop off cliff sides, but I would say the sides of the map in general are going to be a downhill slope because we're near the peaks. There's not going to be a lot of extra to it, so you may end up sliding down sides if you move off of it. It's I would say something closer like a 45-60 degree angle or so, roughly ish. So you're not like straight drop, but you're like this or like this.
Would I be affected by it from my trinket, or is this just sheer like the fact of angular cliff?
Angular cliff. So you'd have to climb.
Okay.
Back up in these cases, or it'd be like one of those like where you're like trying to like walk up like the long lunges to get up. So it'd be difficult in that type of turn. Non-magical version. So as Gerathor's turn ends, though, it is now Mage's turn.
Because that's my current equipped trinket.
Okay, so I just...
This would be because of climb.
I mean, my climbing speed would still be 40 feet.
Yeah.
45 feet, actually.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Mage just come. Yeah, as it turns, as the baby gammoth lets out a cry of pain, it turns and looks at the baby gammoth and turns and sees Gerathor. As Mage uses the blind side to come charging in, blending in with the snow because of the boon.
As I cast Shocking Grasp, and with Spell Sniper, a range of touch turns into 30 feet.
Okay, on which one?
The big boy.
Okay, big boy.
Alright, let's hope this works. Come on, roll 20, please. So it's not just me that's being slow for?
It's just roll 20, it seems today.
No, it's roll 20.
I have advantage on this one, right?
Yes.
The goal here is definitely capture both.
Kill both, gotcha.
Yep.
They jump off the side of the mountain.
Are they lemming?
Free XP.
I'm still flying, so I guess I'll be triangle 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
Alright, finally.
Oh, crit.
Nice.
Nice.
Shazerp.
Why must there always be a 1?
1, 2.
Well, 1 out of a D4.
That's pretty nice. That's nice damage.
And then I'll move back 5.
Okay.
And I will end my turn.
Shaseth, you are now up. You move back 5 while 30 feet in the air, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So we're gonna say the incline of this is just 5 feet up each way, I guess, in a sense too. So like a straight line would be 30 feet away from you as a straight shot. That makes sense. There would be a straight shot in terms of straight line. Though if they got under you, they'd be 30 feet under, or in this case, 15.
I just wanted to avoid melee attacks if I could.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take. I'll walk 40 feet up. Bonus action and Misty Step. Here.
Okay.
I'll just ping it.
Okay. Here's how you move.
Reduce my spells. Then I will swing at it. And yeah, I'll use actually.
What do I have with this thing?
The Gammoth can't take reactions right now, so you guys are good.
I won't use a 3rd level charge. Just use a regular 2nd level charge for the first swing.
Okay.
Great sword. Crit.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna pop a 3rd level smite into that.
See you, Gammoth.
He's not knocked prone.
That's a shame.
Ah.
Bonk.
Ooh, a whole
Big bonk.
plus. Oh. Whoa.
That's a bonker, right?
58.
I'm just doing it
65,
individually, make it easy on myself. All right, it's looking bloodied.
80, 82.
God, jeez.
Great swords.
All right. Is that your turn,
just go-
Shaseth, or?
And I'll use my last swing as regular.
Okay.
We just turn these things off.
Fucking cheaters.
And swing. And another crit.
Gee, I wonder if he's going to
Oh.
pump another one in there.
I'll pump a first level smite in.
Oh, that's kind of you.
Oh, man. My boy. Look what you did to my boy.
Not so bad.
All right.
Right into resources.
So, I'll recap the first round of combat once we get through it. He's looking pretty rough right now, though. As you, Shaseth, you come charging. I guess I'll just do it. You come charging forward. It turns, looks, sees Baby Gambit, turns, looks at Gerathor, blind-eyed. Fucking Mage flies into the air and just blasts it, electrocutes, so it starts like locking up. And then you take the opportunity to like just leap into the air and just come swinging down, slicing through one of its tusks and cutting like a good chunk into its trunk. It is in really bad shape, as it is now Kahooty's turn, the most important of all.
Kahooty will fly 50 feet and then use the help action since it is next to the Gambit.
Okay. Actually, before Kahooty's turn, I apologize. It was going to use a legendary action to stomp down on the person next to him.
Hello.
28
That hits.
And everyone's
for
almost pretty
30 points of 30 bludgeoning damage.
glad I that's
30 plus bludgeoning. What's the 30 from?
30 damage is just its stomping on
normal
you.
stomp.
All right, so 48.
No, it didn't crit you. So it's just 30 bludgeoning damage. That's it.
Oh,
It hits hard.
ow.
It hits it really hard.
Gammoth. Thing's huge.
All right. Kahooty uses the help action, correct? And that's all Kahooty does?
Yes.
Okay, so use another legendary action and stomp down on you again, just into the ground. 21
That hits.
for 27.
Quick, shoot her.
Now
I'm
it's
drawing
its turn. Gets-
All that damage.
It gets back
Double
its
crit.
legendary. It gets its. It gets back its legendary action. It is going to
Be surprised.
be surprised and do nothing. Light.
I'm just gonna seeing that. I'm just gonna let myself drop for like.
Oh, you're also
Yeah,
surprised.
I'm just gonna let
Mighty
myself drop
surprised.
to like a 50 to down.
That's
to
true.
like
You don't
50
get to
feet
do anything
above it.
either, actually,
Why not?
because this is a surprise
surprised as
round.
well.
So the baby Gambit doesn't have legendary
Oh.
action, so it can't do nothing. So
Okay.
yeah, we're both get to sit here and do nothing.
But I get no rounds.
As Gerathor gets to go.
What about me?
What about my legendary action?
I don't get the move either.
Mine.
Mini Orc was at
Catch
least
it.
here.
Yeah, Mini Orc could go. We'll let Mini Orc do something really fast.
Yeah, okay. I'll back up.
What does Mini Orc do?
He flies up here to where Mage is,
Uh-huh.
and let's see, could he dex today? No, he can't, and he doesn't come equipped with trank bombs. He fires the baby.
Okay, he fires at the baby. 23 hits for 5.
Pew.
Baby's letting out cries of pain. It's very heart wrenching. All right, now
So the one
Gerathor gets to
that
go.
Mini Orc that the original orc died. He's kind of salty.
Mine. Get to here. Bonus action, quick leap to here, through it.
Just gonna kill it.
I'm gonna see if this won't kill it, and then I'm
Ah.
gonna start throwing stuff at it.
Watching to kill it.
Crit, here it
Yeah, it's
comes.
entirely possible.
You have
Did
advantage.
my job to smack it.
Oh,
Yep.
You killed it. This poor Gavin.
Oh,
man.
4 crits in a row. So, Gerathor, how do you kill the Gammoth?
You literally just hear mine. Just through its legs.
And just to the ground. Poor game. It got to
Still going because I've still got
yeah.
movement.
It got to stomp on you, Shaseth, twice, so at least it got to do something.
Yep.
Second attack on the baby Gerathor.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, finally, we're back to normal. All right.
Hasted action.
Fuck. 18 hits. All right.
2-6.
Okay. Baby Gammoth is still doing okay. Shaseth. Oh, Mage, sorry. Mage, you're up.
I guess I'll shocking grasp the little guy.
Okay.
No advantage this time.
It would have lived if you didn't crit.
Let's at least catch the baby Gammoth so that my weapon does something.
Zap.
21 hits. It's looking bloodied.
If I had a turn to get down, I was going to catch it too. But apparently I didn't get a turn.
That is your group's fault.
No, it was a worthy sacrifice.
I would have killed Shaseth if I had a turn.
Yep. That's my job. Do a lot of damage in one turn, draw all the aggro, and then go down on the first turn.
Oh, man. All right, Shaseth, it is your
Then-
turn.
I will give the baby Gammoth a bonk.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't looking too bloodied, was it?
It just got bloodied. So right now it's got like it's part of its fur is singed from the electricity. It's been blasted by an arcane jolt, I think is what it is. Oh no, the force strike. There's
I'll give
a
it a single
hole in
level
it.
charge. Oh,
And Gerathor's stabbing it.
you know what? Let's give it a level 2 charge.
Okay.
And forego my advantage.
Okay.
Come on, crit.
19 hits.
And bonk.
13.
Plus 19.
Oh, plus yeah. Wait, there's no damage rolled for it. 19's your attack roll.
Did it not do the roll?
It's not
Third
add.
Thirteen
to
slashing?
smite.
It just did 13 slashing is all it did. It didn't do your extra bonus stuff. There, 19.
There it goes. Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
So yeah, you slice and you cut into its back heel. It lets out a cry of pain as it like slumps to the ground, tries to struggle to get back up. Poor little dude. That's your only attack, Shaseth?
Yeah.
Yep. Hootie, it's your time to shine.
Give that help action.
Gammoth slowly bleeds out and dies more. Flight is your time to shine.
Well, I'm gonna let myself fall to like 50 feet
Okay.
and just catch myself with wings because bird.
I
And
would
because
say
Okay.
give me an acrobatics check. You want to do it that way?
Acrobatics check.
Okay, you're good. You catch yourself.
Okay.
Just 10 or lower,
Uh,
man. Or not. If you were lower than a 10, you might not have cut yourself in time.
All right. Because I have free reloads. I'm just gonna load both my guns full of trank ammo and just fire trank ammo.
Okay, you have advantage on the first attack because of the help from Kahootie.
All right. Trank shot, go.
That hits for 21. It is still awake.
Trank shot number 2, go.
It falls asleep. Okay, it is sleeping. You monsters.
I did. I saved a life today. Apparently, that's all I did.
Well, you're 4 crits. I mean, you can't really count for that one in encounters. That's how it works.
I technically didn't even roll with advantage because I would have had the Kahootie help.
Yeah. Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Gammoth goes down. The baby Gammoth is asleep. Let's go ahead and do some carve checks and stuff like that. Let's see what you get.
So, guys, I found the plateau, but why did you guys start attacking the Gammoth?
I
Why
haven't
not?
fought one before.
It might have flown away. I couldn't take that chance.
The Gammoth could have flown away.
Yep.
The other one did.
Haven't you
The
heard
Gammoth
the story
flew
of
away.
Dumbo the Gammoth?
It ate some spicy herbs. Couldn't handle it. Took off.
I'm gonna do a quick intelligence check to see if
Launch.
this is actual story.
Indigestion, you know.
I believe this is a story from somewhere, but I don't know from where.
Okay,
Dumbo the Gamut is now canon.
so you guys are gonna regret that decision.
Flying Gammoth.
It's their parents. All right. So it is now time to carve. So let's go into our carve checks. I think Gerathor does them all.
Yep.
This
He
will
gets
be-
one extra thing from the baby Gammoth.
Yeah, I get one extra item from the baby Gamut.
Yeah, so if that survival is a fail, I'll.
Those are
we'll
both
use that
successes.
one, right?
The one is a fail because it's a one.
Okay.
Automatic fail.
Yep. 2 successes though. You just barely scooted by on the success, by the way.
Ooh.
And then you have 3 baby gam successes.
4, or is it only 2
4.
normally?
No. Oh, good question.
4 from my weapon.
I think baby Gammoth gets 3.
Is it young Gammoth in the book?
It says
that
Gammoth
seems-
is 3, young Gammoth is also 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carves capture 3, carves capture 3.
So it's 4 then.
Yeah.
You guys want to roll for them now, or do you want to wait?
What's the end?
So you spend 15 minutes carving up the Gammoth, trying to get what you can. The first one was kind of a test run since you've never had to, carve one of these things before. Then you kind of figure it out after that point, getting your 2 other additional materials. Maybe one of them is just picking up the tusk and just walking with it. The baby Gammoth snoozes, and somehow out of nowhere, 3 felines come flying down on wing drakes, pick it up, and just carry it away.
What? No,
See?
What?
See?
You guys
Dumbo.
had a service for that the entire time. You get back up here and put a railing system up here.
And they just take
They're
off.
Special forces.
They flip a flight the bird, which is ironic, and
I would like to grab the other tusk of the Gammoth.
Yeah.
As a keepsake.
okay. Yeah, so you have your keepsake. You've spent 15 minutes doing that. The comet has not returned in those 15 minutes. But flight that its lair is just to the south of this area.
We have a
Yeah,
layer
that'd
up
be a-
ahead.
Pretty cool theme for a charge blade, sword, and shield, where the shield's the entirety of the Gammoth's front, and then the blade itself is the trunk.
That'd be cool.
Hey, Gerathor, you said you wanted to feed it. We have most of a Gammoth carcass here.
Felines come back. No.
I grabbed that feeling. It's like, you catching a bird. You get to fly by yourself now.
I imagine that he would literally throw the feline off the fucking mountain.
Let's see if you have 9 lives.
Leave the poor cat alone.
I mean, we could. Just drag this massive Gammoth to the entrance of the lair. Offer it. Maybe it'll talk to us.
Maybe.
I would highly recommend all of us putting our weapons in, a bag of holding. Out of vision, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I mean, my staff kind of doubles as a walking stick, so I'm pretty sure you can play it off as a walking stick.
I
You
think
say
we
so.
should put everything away. From the research I did, anything could be considered a weapon.
Active
I'll
ag-
just be out of
any
sight.
act of
They're-
aggression.
They're real jumpy.
I'll just be out of sight completely then, because everything I'm wearing is a considered weapon.
Okay.
Carve up some Gammoth meat, since I don't know how we're going to move a whole carcass. I don't know how much a Gammoth weighs.
A lot.
I think the 3 of us could drag it.
I can't
Right.
do anything.
There's 3 of us with solid strength.
My strength's a -2. Here's my effort.
So if we base it off an African bush elephant, it is 13,000 pounds. If I add another 4,
13 tons?
Kuhuti will grab some tufts of fur and do its best.
If we can't, then we can just cut up large parts of it.
Yeah.
Keep it as a knowing what it looks like, at least. Maybe take the take the legs.
I mean,
take,
at the
like,
same
a large chunk of the chest.
Yeah, so you could take a chunk of it, but at the same point, you're only maybe 100 and something feet away from where its lair's at, so you could literally be like, right there. Bring a section and be like,
Yeah, maybe bring like a section of it, and then just be like, the rest of it's down there. Didn't think of that.
All right.
Well, 100 feet's not that far. That's like straight up visible viewing distance. Like you said, you can just point to it. And
there's just like rocks and stuff in the way you just have to like climb over that like next little ledge.
All right.
You go ahead and
Take
start
one
carving
rig
up some
with us.
stuff. Yeah, you go ahead and start carving up. I want to check its lair and see if there's any see if there's anything they worry about.
Okay. You'll fly over its lair. It is extremely barren. It is a plateau with scorch marks and rocks and nothing else. There's maybe a
No
pile of
bone
bones.
piles or
There's,
anything?
no,
Could
not a
I
pile of bones.
Could I do like a history check
Huh.
on a Valstrax's lair, generalized? Like what to expect?
Sure.
Where is it? I think it's history checks as well. Let me just double check the draconic knowledge. It's any intelligence checks.
Could be this.
Yep.
So, Valstrax lairs, for the most part, they're pretty tame. There's known to be extremely high winds caused from the Valstrax just being in the area. So there's definitely the possibility of being pushed off mountainside. So you would think staying towards the middle is probably safe, though also staying grouped up is a problem because of the Valstrax's abilities, which is what makes it so deadly. Other than that, it is known to cause the energy within the ground to swell up and explode outwards from underneath critters or locations. And that's really about it.
Come back for my search. Well, there ain't nothing there, and if it's gone for a week, it means we have to camp out in a cold mountain for a week.
Well, they never say he was gone for a week as much
It
as
can.
he leaves once a week. Or it might not, they don't know if it's a guy or.
Either way, so we can bring out the leg of Gammoth up there if you like. That's gonna be a lot easier than the whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that easy enough.
And I'll just hang out down. I'll hang out down here. So if you guys think of trouble, I can just fly right back up.
Sounds good. Might as well just go, I guess, sit at the entrance, trying to, like, not obscuring ourselves or anything, being very transparent.
So when you're saying sit at the entrance, there's not really an entrance in this case. It is.
I thought it was like a domed cave.
No,
or
it's just
something
a
on
ridge.
plateau.
It's just on the plateau. It's
Okay,
literally just
let's
on the
go.
plateau.
We'll just go sit in the middle of the plateau then, I guess.
And I'll hang out here next to the Gammoth, since I can just fly up at any given time.
Someone does have a bag of holding, right? I think everyone has like
Everybody has.
trinkets of
Many
them.
orcs got like 2. I
don't.
got 1.
I've actually never had one.
Yeah, I think someone,
Man's never hunted a
one-
single
one of-
Altaroth.
I think one of us could give you at least like 5.
How many? I'm surprised the population isn't extinct.
We have a good breeding program.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Someone's got
I
entomology.
like pass the bag around, like put my insect glaive in, and notion everyone else to just drop the weapons in, and we'll hold on to it.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm gonna stay down here. So I am not near that thing. I want to be proceeded a certain amount of what as long as I wear my armor.
It's alright.
You
Just
just
Luke
not wear
Skywalker
your
yourself
armor.
inside the corpse.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not dumb.
Just saying.
My armor looks like standard clothes. So
Same.
As you all go up there, do you just sit there, no campfire, no nothing? I mean, you're not feeling cold, so there's that advantage to it right now because you're not affected by extreme cold right now. Oh,
I think for now we do we want to make like an obvious like a signal fire?
That could be
We could
considered
try
as a
and-
threat.
Yeah, that's
territorial
true.
thing.
Yeah, I think we should just like sit in it.
Yeah, you guys do that. I'm gonna observe the critters that come around a Gammoth. Something got very quiet.
Yes, it did.
No, it was.
I'm just
think
kind
that's
of
what we're
waiting,
doing.
not really sure what to do here.
I think we
Yeah,
just
I think we.
sit here.
It's
Wait
just
for them to come back.
waiting time.
Yeah.
I want
Maybe
to.
spread out a little bit in case it like just pre-bombards its platform.
I would like to cast a spell on whoever's gonna try to talk to it. I don't know how long that'll be until it gets here. I don't want it to see me do it because then it might think I'm trying to do something else.
It's probably going to be Shaseth talking to it, or bit of both of us. But
Well,
gonna
I can
try
twin it.
and-
That's not the issue. It's more of like it only. I want to cast enhance ability,
Yeah.
right, and then give you all
How long?
the charisma stuff.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour. I mean, you might be able to, like, you could probably see the comet in the distance. That might give you a quick. I assume.
Okay, so
like,
I'll have that
20
spell
seconds.
readied, I guess, so that way I can just like on the fly twin cast it on both of them and give them.
Well, there's ready in a sense because readying can well cause concentration. If you don't use it within the 6 seconds, it's lost. So you'll have it when you see it. You're planning on casting it. Is the goal.
I have Mini Orc being lookout since he can see Valstrax from really far away. Everybody else can.
That's fair too. You know the direction it went as well. Hopefully, but you also don't know if it's going to come back from that same direction or not. But it makes the most sense that it would. That's why Mini Orc is looking out in that direction. So you sit down in your space, waiting for it to appear. If you would, Flight, give me a stealth check as you're trying to stay hidden.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it's an 18, and I'm
18.
pretty much like behind a snowbank over here, watching like if any creatures come near the Gammoth.
Okay. I'm also going to transition here.
Like make a little small igloo thing I built out of snow to cover myself up, so I could just see creatures easier.
Where the fuck is it?
Actually, do I need a roll to build something like that? It wouldn't take me very long.
Probably some kind of survival check.
Repeat that again.
I was gonna use snow to build like a place where like a little igloo thing, so I can observe.
Yeah,
anything coming near the
give
water.
me a survival check because you don't know how much time you have, so you're probably rushing trying to do it just to be safe. There.
12.
How are these two monsters on the same level?
Do
I guess we just got lucky with the crit.
I would be.
you mean the fact that you guys did? Yeah. But also, that's a normal HP
Monsterized
gamut,
that.
not a
Yeah.
boss.
Mm-hmm. I figured as much. I was like, "There's no way." Like, despite
Yeah, it
everything else, I was like,
average.
"Yeah."
Seems like it was below average. Or was it the flat, like, first number that you have on everything?
I usually roll HP for everything.
Yeah. Did you roll low?
Maybe. Oh, you guys did over 200 damage in 2 rounds.
True.
Over 200.
True.
I didn't do nothing.
Everybody crit, and you put something to sleep.
I didn't kill anything.
All right, so this is your area, and then Flight, you're somewhere like down here, or something like that.
Yeah, I can fly up here relatively quickly, so I'm just have a little igloo above me. I assume that would give me advantage on stealth. If not, I'm still 18.
You're still an 8, correct? Okay, you don't have
Okay.
advantage. You're just stealthy. There's no reason you would have.
Mini Orc would be like sitting up here to let people know.
Okay,
Actually, can I have like Kahootie perched? Just
you can
somewhere?
move them and stuff. That's fine.
I'm just gonna have him chilling in one of these bushes.
Okay. Well, there's no bushes. I can't get a map without bushes because there's no plant life
Okay.
on this at all. It's just like it could be like a rock there, like it could be sitting
Yeah.
by.
Mid, are you ready to talk? I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of persuade, converse.
Oh, I'm out.
Was I able to cast the spell? As we
Well,
saw
hold on.
in-
I hadn't gotten to that point yet. He just happened to be on the token because I never removed him after I set him on here. So as you're all sitting there, Light, his little igloo as quickly as possible with his 12 survival. It's not the best igloo, but it works. I mean, he's a bird that needs to fly, so he doesn't really usually have to build igloos. And then in terms
Igloo.
Then you have Minior kind of keeping an eye out with his telescopic vision, just trying to catch an eye of a red comet coming in your direction as you sit there, discussing, talking about things. I guess actually before I give you the amount of time it takes, what do you guys talk about or do?
Game plan.
Okay.
So what
How
is a
we're
game?
gonna try and coerce this very intimidating beast to allow us to draw blood from it. Please tell me someone brought like a surgical kit or something.
I'm right down. I'm down the
Flight.
mountain right there.
I was assuming Flight had a needle.
Okay.
I would have gave it
Maybe,
over to you
yeah.
guys since I didn't know if I was going to be a humongous threat to it or not.
Yeah. Okay. As long as we definitely brought something. But yeah, definitely should bring up. Should we bring up the Kieran? It's another Elder Dragon that was affected by it. I don't know. This is a tough situation. I'm very terrified.
So I would think that before we bring up other Elder Dragons, we try to understand its relationship between them. Because if it doesn't care about a Kieran, it won't care about it.
While we're
But-
waiting here, I'm gonna drink some potions.
Okay.
I do think explaining the situation to it, since it is intelligent, it'll more of a reason versus us just wanting its blood.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it might ask, like, how can it trust us that we're not using it for, any nefarious purpose?
One of these days, I need to invent like a little radio so I can hear their conversations when I'm so far away.
You can reply to this message.
I guess, yeah. Gotta try and just explain how everything's going on and that the guild. I mean, I don't know. I guess we could try and explain that we obviously knew that it was up here and we could offer to, like, ensure that other people don't come up here looking for it and all that other stuff, to let it be alone, because obviously it enjoys its solitude. I'm not very good at this.
I have one greater potion left.
I have 14. Would you like a couple?
Sure, give me 4.
Done.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm good at
the
4.
Shaseth's armor's like crunched in different places now from just being stomped on. It'll obviously magically heal during your long rest, but it's good battle damage. Okay.
Hopefully that Gammoth wasn't its friend.
I was protecting them.
Well, shoot.
Highly unlikely, but all right.
This is just the voice you hear in your head as you're like imagining. Oh, okay. So as you kind of discuss and try to plan this out, the hour goes by of just like, here's what we're gonna do. If this happens, contingencies and stuff like that. Still not back. Second hour goes by. Still not back. Third hour goes by. Back.
At that point, I start making improvements to my igloo to make it look better.
Are you guys, anybody else doing anything at that point?
Just chilling with my weapon in the bag.
Yep.
I guess just meditating.
Looking non-threatening.
Readjust my igloo, so I'll roll survival again, I guess.
I will say I have
ahead.
both my hands on their shoulders. I'm just
Better.
Yeah.
Your hand and shoulders for what reason?
yeah. The spell's a range
Oh,
of touch,
gotcha.
so I'm just having it there at the ready in case I don't
Okay.
have to like quickly grab them or something. Knowing how fast this thing shows up.
4 hours go by. Show up. 5th hour goes by. What do you guys do during the 5th hour? All right.
I come out of the igloo for a while and go up to the very peak of the mountain just to see what's on top.
Okay. What about the rest of you? You could be doing nothing. That's fine. Just curious.
Yeah, I think I'm just like sweating and like eternally monologuing of exactly how the conversation needs to play out.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'd be doing that too, right?
Yeah.
Just pretend we'd be
How-
taking turns. One of us is the Valstrax.
How long has it been since we seeded the air filters?
It's been I mean, let's see, so it's been about 12, 13 hours.
Right.
You guys still have plenty of time with them, to be honest.
On top of the mountain, is there anything interesting up here? Like, is there like a Skyrim-esque ore?
I mean, you can do an investigation if that's what you're doing in your 5th hour.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
mysticism, why not?
should we even look for ore up here?
I'll take a look just to see what's up here, because I haven't been up here.
There is some ore up here.
Is it interesting looking ore?
And as you're looking at the ore, you start hearing alarm sounds from Mini Orc.
Well, at that moment, I start flying down to my igloo.
Give me a new stealth check, flight.
All right. As I pass by, I look at them as like, they can obviously hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, 29.
So from Mini Orc's view, we just like see him like scoping out with his little periscope eyes, and he just sees this red, just like bright light coming in this direction, just slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like the Saiyans from DBZ as they're traveling towards you. Exactly what you're seeing. It's just on its way.
Should we make room? You think we should make room with the top?
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell? Since
You
now
can,
I
yeah,
know
you
it's
can cast a spell, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna twin it.
Gives advantage in charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mini Orc sees it about 2 or so miles out, roughly. And as he's sending this alarm, and it starts to get louder as within that first minute or so, it almost cuts the distance in half. As you
He'd stop it. He'd stop it after he like.
Oh, of course.
Warned everyone getting there.
As you guys make your space, you can move to wherever you're planning on moving or something like that. You cast a spell and stuff like that.
I'll have Mini Orc be like, we'll land on Shaseth's shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm going to use one of my abilities to look through Mini Orc since I'm in range.
Okay. As it comes just flying over, it sees you all because you're making no attempts to hide, which makes sense. As it just kind of continues to fly and just stops abruptly. The red just disperses in all directions. It's hovering about 50 feet over all of you. It's kind of flapping just. You see the Valstrax.
I get on a knee.
Which is
so pretty.
It is pretty and terrifying at the same time. The Valstrax itself has gleaming silver scales, with its wings that are just jetting out this draconic red energy, with kind of a mixture almost of a blackish like color. It has the wings are trident like, so it looks like at some points you almost see them like claws. Other than that, as you can see, it's like bright blue eyes. It just stares down at you all below. Flying there, just hovering for you what seems like, in reality, 12 seconds gone by. As it then slowly starts to descend.
Get down on one knee.
Just kind of, and it lands like here. Just kind of as it does, it just kind of stares and looks at you all.
I'll follow suit.
I guess I will too. I'll say in Draconic, we would like to speak to you.
Brave. I don't
And
know
we
if
brought
I
an
like that.
Well, we brought an offering. Maybe help.
The head kind of tilts sideways.
I gesture to the popo leg, or the gammoth leg.
Walks over to it.
It's a little cold, but
Just kind of you watch as one of the wings. I didn't grab with mouth. One of its wings just grabs and reaches down and picks it up, and just holds it in the 3 talons it has, and just kind
the
of
rest of the rest of the gammoth is further down the hill.
it immediately takes off and rises 180 feet into the. back down to the ground. The Gammoth was let go as it went up there, and it was beginning to start to fall as it grabs it on the way down and still holding it in one of its wings.
Just under my breath. God, this thing is so fucking cool.
Sitting down there and doing a little bit of research on a Gammoth corpse inside my igloo. Like, it's nice in here. And then suddenly, dragon.
What is its passive perception? Okay.
If it's 29, I'll be concerned.
It's not 29. You're lucky at the moment. So yeah, it takes a bite of the Gammoth leg with its. Acceptable. Why are you here?
We there is a group of not necessarily humans, but hunters necessarily, but they're poachers. They do not follow our laws, and they have discovered a sort of, I guess you call it a poison of some sort that
Kind of squint.
is affecting elder dragons in terrible ways. There was a Kirin that we came across that was aggressive, but it was also begging us to kill it. There was a purplish haze around it that caused it to be in pain and aggressive to everything around it, like rabies.
And how is that
And
my concern?
We think that we can find a cure for it, but the one that's creating the cure requires a bit of blood from 3 different elder dragons.
As you say that, you watch as all the wings just flip over backwards, and at all points you see the energy starting to glow. As it just kind of says, "Choose your next words carefully."
Which is why we are asking, and preemptively brought an offering. I know it is a big ask, but I would assume it would be helpful to elders around the world.
And why should I care about them? That just means more room for me.
Well, this poison, it spreads by, hurting other creatures. So, say the Kirin that was infected found its way around here, it could have zapped some Rajang or something, and that could have somehow found its way to you. And all it takes is a glancing blow.
Give me a persuasion check.
Advantage. Come on, rolls.
Because I can see through Mini Orc, I'm just going to give him a flash of genius too.
29.
Does Flash of Genius have to have a range that you're within range of them?
As far as I'm aware, it just has to be seen.
Check the wording on it.
When you are another creature, you can see within 30 feet. So I still see it. He's in 30 feet of Mini Orc, so I see through Mini Orc, so.
I don't want to set that as a standard of though.
Yeah, I think what differs is the Find Familiar spells specifically states I can cast through my Find Familiar.
I cast spells through Mini Orc as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's either yes or no. Either way works.
Let me just think. Give me a second. I will let it happen for non-combat.
Okie dokie.
I think that's the reasonable way to go. I will allow it in that case. So like in this case, at the moment.
29.
Okay. So it sits, as you like, just kind of quietly, it just kind of sits there. You can see it kind of thinking. And you see like you can almost imagine the image it has in its head of it being struck by kind of your story you told. And other things it fights and deals with on occasion. You watch as the wings shift from the shift was the draconic energy disperses and it turns back around. So I give you my blood. And you potentially, as you watch as the wings potentially protect me.
I mean, it's the best chance we got so far. We're kind of flying blind on this too. We're just doing the best we can.
I need something more.
What would you ask?
To be left alone. These mountains are mine. Nobody, or if they do, they die.
We can ensure that nobody from the guild will enter your domain, and you have our promise for that.
Others
And if
enter,
anybody-
and I kill them.
We
Your guild
enthusiastically-
stays away.
Right.
You'll have no
If-
repercussions.
If they're poachers, we enthusiastically agree that you should kill them.
Hmm.
Nobody likes poachers.
Anyone who doesn't heed a warning to not come up here is dumb enough to die to you. Because you're amazing, and I want to see you thrive and your kind thrive. And I think that is completely fair for you to be left alone and seen from a distance.
Flight rolling his eyes down here in his igloo is like, oh.
This is why Flight wasn't allowed in this conversation.
Does Flight speak Draconic?
No.
Flight
He
does
doesn't.
not. That's why he feels like you guys are praising it a lot, and he's like, man, I want rocket wings.
Everybody wants rocket wings.
Okay. As it. Give me another persuasion check. I will have Gerathor do this. You have advantage as well because
Yeah. Not good.
Wait for it, the roll will come up because I can't
15.
see.
It's it was
Uh,
wait, at least it was a 15 and not the 5.
Yeah.
Right.
I have another flash of genius, might as well.
Yeah, so 19.
That's Biddy York's cheat, not Flight's.
Kind of looks in. Can you? I wish you to prove that you can keep your promise.
I give you my blood. That this
I'm not-
promise will be kept.
I mean,
I'll
how
hold
would you
my
have
arm
us?
out.
How would you have us prove it?
But if you can wound me, as he takes a few steps back,
Wound you?
just some fun. Takes Flight about 20 feet in the air, hovering.
Ah.
Come. And he points at and he looks at you, Mage, but not you. Which you don't understand, Mage, at all.
He said, "Not you, Mage."
This is just going to be like a 1 round.
I give a slight smirk.
So it's just we're going to roll for initiative for 1 round.
I'm not part of the Reptile Club either.
You are currently not either. Though, if you guys can find some ways to sneakily add something to them during it, you're more than welcome if you want to roll for initiative in some way.
Great dragon. We concealed what we carry to defend ourselves. Do you give us permission to retrieve them? Otherwise, this is hopeless, and we will not hurt you.
He thinks. Give me a persuasion check again.
And I'll use my last,
Flash.
yeah.
I'm going to roll on his side this time.
17.
17, okay.
It's 20.
So, okay, no, I'm not going to roll then.
Flight
Yeah.
all this while is like, stop messing, stop being so low.
Yeah, very well.
I grab my bag, pull my insect glaive out, and toss the bag over to Shaseth.
I'll pull up my greatsword.
Good thing Kinsicks don't have to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're immortal. So,
Oh, bugs.
So, initiatives are all there. I rolled highest, so I get to go first.
Do you like toss mini orc with your bag because he's just kind of a doll there?
He is going.
Just gets tossed.
Yeah, I guess. So he is going to go first, and as said, he is going to get some battle music. For this very short battle, as he comes charging forward at both of you at mock speed. As he does, without either of you ready, he slashes twice at each of you with its claws. I have double music going on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
Gerathor, you would also be first because that was the kind of the deal. And then a 13. I gotta mute my.
It's fine. I can take it.
I got double music going on right now. That was rough. It was like off sync too.
Valstrax has its own music.
Yeah, double. I don't have his music on here. It's hard to get that. It's hard to get it all on roll 20. So yeah, 18 points of piercing damage as it just its claw just digs into your chest, and as it does, it pulls out and just kind of licks its claw. It then bites at Shaseth.
Oh boy.
For 19.
Today's the day of 20s.
And then its wings reach out and grab at both of you. Claw should be slashing. Why do I have it? So that one there, and then so you guys both dodge the wings, and did you duck? And then you have your chance. And you just kind of see the glint of like the combat in his eyes as Gerathor, you get to make your move.
All right. Is he still 20 feet in the air?
He is currently, he on the ground.
He grounded himself.
And
okay.
just claw, bite, and then wings. As you both duck and dodge the wings.
All right. One chance at this. This is an aerial assault. Quick jump. This way. Actually, no. I'm more impressive. Just a full vault. 50 feet.
Does it provoke attack of opportunities? I think it does. If you no, I think you do. I think you do with a normal vault.
Okay.
Quick jump, you avoid it,
check.
but it will look cooler.
Attack of opportunities are made at disadvantage
Correct.
if you leave a creature's space.
So in this case, it
That's
tries
fine.
to swipe at you with its wing. 15. Miss.
And so I come back down with the spear, pointed directly
Yeah.
down. I'm gonna try.
As it does, the wings shift around and try to catch it like a sword. As it does, it like slows the descent. You still pierce down through its back or like on its neck. The wings start to bleed as it takes.
While standing and then just reverse, like punch her backwards towards its sternum for my second hit.
Okay.
That's not 24. That's just 8.
Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on. What's up? Like, I don't know if I'm muted on. I'm not muted on Discord. Let me mute on stream.
I see the smoke base in everybody else's face. That was your kid, right?
Named is Naruto, which the stream didn't hear, but apparently I didn't mute on Discord because it didn't mute for some reason, which is funny. I didn't really care if you guys heard. I wasn't sure what it was going to actually be because there was some other stuff with there's some medical stuff with not with my family but with friends that I thought like he had to come down here and stay down here because of that. That's what I was worried about, not what he talked about. So Naruto,
And then-
as we all know, in some occasions is not child appropriate. So
nothing wrong.
So right now he's about to watch it with his friend, which he's watched it all with me. We're at like 112 or something like that on Shippuden right now. Trying to get through
Oh,
it.
then you guys are fine. You're just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem watching, but my wife is not going to be happy when she sees some of the stuff in that show because she has no idea.
Man, I got the shows for your son later. But right now we got Monster Hunter.
Back to Monster Hunter. All right,
Yeah.
back on track. So,
And at the same time, since he tasted my own blood, I'll whip it around and just take a cheeky lick. Blood for blood.
I get dragon poisoned that way.
Dragon Blight.
Done.
Watch him do that with a Vestblade and just fall over.
All right. As in between Gerathor's turn and Shaseth's turn, it's going to use a legendary action, and it just fires off a dragon bolt at who's the one who's least damaged here? You're both about the same. Nope, Gerathor. It is definitely disadvantaged. It is. Yeah, it's going to be against Gerathor because you are the least damaged in terms of health bar range. That's the wrong thing. This is the thing I want. Oh yeah, natural one. So it just fires as you duck out of the way, which you kind of expected. As Shaseth gets to go.
I'll wind up and say, I'm sorry about this. You asked for it. And then I'll bonk. Level 3.
Swear to God, if you crit.
Level 3, why not? Roll for advantage. No crit.
No crit.
Oh, knocks it prone.
You knock it prone, yeah, so you hit it and just hits the ground.
I said level 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I won't smite it.
All right, yeah. So
That
you.
was a really low charge.
So yeah, as you strike it, and at that point, the wings of Jet just burst out as it kind of slides across the ground and stands back up, about 40 feet away from.
I stab my sword into the ground.
Same.
You know, the flames flicker out. It kind of shifts it back into its actual wing-like shape. Battle comes to a close. And kind of shakes his wings a little bit, kind of the burn from trying to stop the insect glaive, and then also almost trying to parry the greatsword, which didn't work very well.
Can't parry a great sword. It's a great sword.
Just like, I mean, he just punches it just out of the way and just missed, swinging too fast as it stands there. Very well, and it kind of just wing shifts back to the front again and just kind of sits there as blood slowly drips down the wing.
I guess Mage, you got the jar?
Maybe a partial and elastic jar.
I gave you my medical stuff, so you
And-
guys should have everything.
So
It's
up to-
dripping blood. So.
we'll let Mage decide on if he wishes to go up confront it or not.
I can't
If not-
understand it.
If not, then I
I
can
mean,
go up with the jar.
you definitely get the idea. It's currently sitting with its wing out and there's blood dripping down.
Yeah, I'll hold out the jar, and I'll collect it.
Mage starts forward. It does not say anything to Mage, but it doesn't like protest.
Cool.
As I collect it.
Yeah, as you collect it, it drips for a tiny bit, and then it just takes its other wing and just like fires onto its own wing to cauterize the wound. Same thing on the other side, and then it kind of looks towards you both as well. Just kind of holds out its wing at you. My assistance.
No, we got potions and stuff. Do you want one?
No,
I'll take.
I'm fine. Oh, you said you'll take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
The
just
glorious burn.
same thing. So it doesn't heal you, doesn't deal any damage, but he cauterizes your wound. It stings.
Your camera's died in Discord.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just me.
Nah, I have it on my end too.
That happens sometimes. Oh wow, yours is
Turn it back
that
on.
is pretty bad.
Just headbanging constantly.
He was glitching.
The only thing I would like to do is I would like to use my telepathic mind and then tell him thank you. Because we don't need to. I don't need to share a language with someone using that
Mhm.
ability as long as they speak a language.
And
I'll just-
you hear the response back. Don't do that ever again.
As I walk away,
I'll just
but I am smirking as I walk away.
Valstrak's blood is collected. He is at this point still watching you all. You know, just still being cautious as a Valstrax.
I do this with a potion in Discord chat as he's looking at Mage.
He knows.
So as they get down to me, I'm like,
Yeah,
you know.
I-
Oh, go ahead.
As we're walking away, I just bow at the Valstrax and thank you,
I'll do the same, I guess.
and then
It-
walk back towards the Gameth.
It gives no response beyond that point, other than the fact you just watch it walk towards the Gameth leg and pick it up with its wing once again, and start just chewing on.
Gameth drumstick.
You watch as it takes the other wing and just heats it up and cooks it almost immediately, and then starts chewing on it some more. Better cook. You walk away from the boss. Down to where Flight's igloo is.
Well, I knock on the igloo.
Hello, who's there?
It's
Yes.
Valstrax.
Oh, hey, Valstrax. I didn't know you could talk bird.
Yeah, we got the blood.
Oh, sweet. I had a question for you guys. You want to go down the mountain the fun way or the fast way?
Aren't those the same thing?
Yeah, I was
Well,
about to
depends.
say,
You want a feather fall or you want a free fall?
Featherfall would be harder because I mean there's still a lot of like you're just dropping down constantly in different spots.
No, because all you gotta do is tie a rope to them, feather fall, and I'm just gonna pull them all out towards the mountain, and they're just gonna fall. We're gonna fall slowly.
Featherfall only works when you're falling. If you're pulling on someone, it stops working.
It says when you make contact with ground.
It's technically what it is.
So as long as I pull you away from the ground, you'll keep falling at a distance that won't be dangerous to your lives.
For 1 minute. I think it's 1 minute.
It's longer than a minute.
how long does fly last? It's an hour, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It is 1 minute.
Flies in 10 minutes.
A minute.
Featherfall is meant to catch you.
So yeah, like I said, free fall, or we could whatever.
Are we gonna
I don't know. If we could try and go down the quick way.
Skyrim fall or speedrun this way off the mountain? Times
Yeah.
You would think flying down would be faster than flying up.
It's still pretty far sideways.
Mm.
Yeah, just don't crash into
That's
the
what
trees and
20.
lay down.
What was it? 20,000 feet.
It's 20,000 feet down. And it is.
Oh, fly lasts for
Sick.
10 minutes.
Wait, quick, do
Well,
some
that's for
pipe.
an hour, I thought.
Quick, do some
It
pipe.
says duration
Why am I so-
concentration up to 10 minutes.
So 6 seconds. I mean, what is it a designated fly speed? It's 60 feet or something, right?
60 feet for
Feet,
the
so-
duration.
So effectively 100
So it's
ish. I'm turning my light off because the lights.
so 120 every 6 seconds.
And
So
24 miles?
1,600 feet every minute. Is it? Is that right? Is that right, maths?
1,200 feet per minute.
So 20,000 squared plus whatever 24 or how many 24 miles, and then the square root of whatever that is.
Yes.
You know, hypotenuse.
No, right. Yeah.
Quick, someone do math.
No.
I already do enough math for you guys. You can do your own, man.
Oh, it was just
Either way, we'll be able to get
1,200
down
feet.
with it.
1,200 feet a minute for 10 minutes, so it's 12,000 feet. Right?
We're looking at.
Yeah, 12 and a half thousand feet. No, 126,000 feet is 12 miles.
You're looking
Then
at
20,000 feet up. So
you're looking at 36 miles horizontally. To get off the mountain, roughly, it's just probably. I mean, you could get most of it. 24 miles would be like off most of the mountain.
We can cover 12,000 feet in 10 minutes.
How many flies do you have?
I can only twin it so much. I can do it 3 times, but
So
I
we
have
can
to
get-
use an action to convert points and back into slots, and slots into points.
So it's about 128,000 feet to go diagonally from here to the Berna, which in miles is
How many feet?
about 25 miles. 28,000 or 280,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah, 5.3 miles. Well, 28. Oh no, sorry, that's 28. 280,000. 53 miles. It's 2.
Going by the map, and
Yeah.
if we're 20,000 feet up,
Yeah,
it's
that's
5
your-
miles.
Well,
As the crow flies.
If
It's-
twinning spell if
it's
turning
not 5. It's like 53
if turning
miles.
spells to points doesn't take time, I can cast it all 3 times and we can cover 36,000 feet, or 36,000 feet in 30 minutes.
Did you square root it, Emma?
So if 280,000 is, because right now we're looking at 36 miles horizontally and 20,000 feet this way, this would definitely be like 53,000.
Yeah. 53,000 miles.
Yeah,
yes.
53,000 miles, not 53 miles. Too many numbers, damn it. You guys are never making it back. You're stuck here forever. So
53 miles isn't terrible.
you assume 8 hours, 8 hours for a day of traveling.
Well, that's assuming we're flying, though.
Correct.
Well, I think that was the idea, is to get as far down as we can flying.
We said 36,000 is what you can go, which is 6.8 miles down as well. 6 miles would get you.
We're all the way up in the stratosphere.
So you would get halfway down this at an angle. You'd still have another 6 miles on this hex to go still from one fly. So that's one fly in this case. So 2 flies would get you down to the bottom of this hex. 3 flies
So
would get you down.
are we assuming 120 feet per round?
Yeah,
Per 6, yeah.
Right.
it's at a fast pace, so there's definitely a chance of exhaustion. Though you're flying, so you're not really running. So
20 feet per second. Times 60 seconds in a minute. So we can get 120 feet per minute. 72,000 feet per hour.
but you only get to fight for 10 minutes. So
Right.
Yeah.
they'll do 10 minutes, not an hour.
So, yeah, 72 halved. Because all
31?
3 was 30
No,
minutes.
36.
So that's where the 36 comes from. So you can get 36,000 down, and then just, I guess,
We can get 1,200
walk the
feet in
rest.
10 minutes. Or 12,000 feet in 10 minutes.
12,000 feet in 10 minutes. Just only. So if you can do flight 3 times, that'll get you 6 miles down.
Yeah.
Or 6 miles horizontally, which would put you
Yeah.
roughly about midway on this next peak. You'd still be in the mountains, but you'd be a lot lower. You'd be below clouds. You'd skip over the ice clovers that you have to get back through.
Yeah, and then we'd have to wait for flight to feather fall us right before we hit the ground. If we're moving straight horizontal.
If Mage takes a short rest, how many can you get again?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Or is that it?
Just uses arcane recovery.
I get 6 spell points back. It takes 5 just to get a level 3 slot. I get 1 use to fly, and a spell point.
So you couldn't twin it?
No, it takes 2 sorcery points to twin.
Well, the big thing is
Mhm.
right now, remember, you have 4 hours of boots to fly with. You have Flight, who can just fly.
Yeah.
And then you have you two who need fly. So you really only need 2 fly spells per, which you could twin for 1 flight, which would then maybe let you get more.
Well, fly's a higher level spell. It's the amount of spell points based on the level. So it takes 3. I only have 4, so it's more expensive for me to do it. That's why it's not a common thing for me to do yet.
To twin?
To
Or-
twin spell higher level spells. I only have 4 points. It takes 3 to twin it.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. The
Oh, we
math
just gotta go
portion.
with, you only really have to get
We
over
can
the
just
over part.
try like time skip. And
Yeah,
just
the
do
flight is more
rolls
for
and
just
stuff.
treacherous areas where if it's too dangerous, then I'll twin fly.
I mean, I would say flying down from the top would probably be a good move. Much less dangerous the lower you.
I think the most
Yeah.
efficient way of moving would be to just fly in a straight line straight up from the peak, and then have flight featherfall us once we run out.
How about you? Could you all get in a bag of hold and I'll just carry you that way?
That
I
would
can
be
I can feather fall
Featherfall.
myself.
Featherfall only lasts a minute and it's a reaction, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You just gotta be near us.
All right. That's not a big deal since you guys are going to be keeping ahead. Since
he
you
can
fly
fly.
faster than me with fly.
The fly's only 60. Don't you move faster than that?
I move 50 feet, but I could more make up the speed pretty easily with haste.
5 falling creatures.
Haste only lasts a minute, and you get stunned for a round.
Yeah, but look how fast I can fly during that time. I'd move at 300 feet per 6 seconds.
But then you would ditch your group.
Yeah, but I could still I wait for the minute for them to get down there. It's
I mean, why
not
don't we
a big
just
deal.
do the flight thing, find a spot when it's about to end, regroup, repeat.
I mean, Mage can also featherfall, as he said, too.
Mage is cast and
I think-
fly. I would have flight here.
I mean,
Okay.
well,
I don't think featherfall takes concentration though.
Does
No,
No.
it doesn't.
but I mean, we wait till the flight runs out, and then as we're falling, as we get close to the ground, Mage then does featherfall on us.
There's really no difference driving or flying in an angle than there is flying in a straight line. Realistically, they're going to go the same distance length.
I mean, I feel like if we do the fly distance and then just walk the rest and do it as like quick travel instances
Mhm.
of just doing survival checks and all the other checks and whatnot, we should be fine
I agree.
to just get back. Because I think we're overcomplicating everything.
No.
That's what we do in GG.
Skipping the hardest part is definitely the best,
No.
which
Well, we
is
gotta-
basically the summit.
It doesn't
We
even
just-
require concentration. Oh wait, I'm thinking of the wrong spell.
We fly for as far as we can go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll do that. A little bloop here. Twin spell it.
Okay. As well, fly. You guys fly 6 miles down, end up where you are on the map as you are now, about halfway through that hex. It is now. That only took you 10 minutes, right? No, it took you a half hour. So it is currently roughly 5 hours gone by there. It's getting close to dark. You're roughly around like 7 o'clock at night.
You want me to set up a place for tonight? I can do that.
It wouldn't be bad to set up early.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
Okay.
All right.
Besides,
I'll
we're
find
kind
us
of
a
coming up
spot.
on time here, too.
Yeah, we're overtime. Fuck.
Yeah,
Wasn't even paying attention.
that's what I was trying to get.
Completely missed that.
I thought you planned that. I thought you were wasting our time.
Oh yes, of course, yes. And so anyway,
Well, then
let's just
I'll
not
do
do the
my
checks.
check.
We're not going to remember them. So we'll do them at the start of next session.
We gotta
Oh.
get the gamma stuff.
Yep, let's do our rolls really fast and whatnot.
get my experience at
I
level
feel
11.
like we could have taken the Valve.
Yeah,
Trap.
11.
I would not have landed.
What?
I say I wouldn't have landed it versus you guys. Like fuck no.
Yeah,
Who says you need to land? You're going to be on the ground regardless.
It would have been a decent sky battle until fucking Shaseth knocks me out of the sky.
Fuck.
yeah, you definitely would have needed to get a fly onto Shaseth.
Yeah, you two would have been flying. Mage would be on the ground. Would most likely be on the ground because he'd be safest.
Mm.
And I would be protecting Mage so he would keep up his stuff.
We have a really good Alpha Strike, and hopefully that takes out the monster before it can hit us. Otherwise, we're a little low on the defenses.
Well, I could have used like spells like Call Lightning just to give areas of no entrance.
I also have Call Lightning, so he would have to do with 2 of those every turn.
Okay, I have hand actually. Okay,
We were set up to control the weather around him and control the wind. He just had speed.
So let's go ahead and roll for our Gammoth. You guys have 2 successes. On your fail, you get a Gammoth pelt.
Doesn't Gammoth have 4 cards?
No, it's
No,
not
baby.
3.
The young one.
They both. Oh yeah, the young one has.
The capture has 4.
Correct. So now you have. So who's gonna roll those 2 for the successes on the Gammoth?
I rolled 1.
I'll roll the other.
5
That's
and 18. So that's another. Oh yeah, it's another pelt. And then an 18 is a fang. Those Gammoths have fangs.
I could use that anyways because I don't have to care about that stuff.
A mage might like that.
I'm 3 out of the 4 things.
I'm none of those, and I can still use it.
Yeah, you could try and learn the Wall
Wall
of
of-
Ice or Ice Storm.
Wall of Ice is really nice.
I mean, or you could just have it in your weapon and have 10 slots.
I'd have to. It's a 6th level spell.
True.
Wall
I
of
can't
Ice.
cast that high yet.
It does damage. 10d6.
I don't even think I can ever cast that high with the way I'm classed.
There you go. So, yeah. Gammoth Fang. I'm assuming it sounds like it might be going. I mean, you guys can figure out between Flight and Mage.
Oh, I already got a ruined item. I can't use it.
Flight,
Oh, fair.
Flight can't because he's not a druid, sorcerer, warlock, or wizard.
I'm a artificer and does.
I'm
I don't
trying to
care about
update that if it's within
Yeah,
your.
the wording's changed.
Yeah,
okay,
if
so you're
they're in
adding
your.
artificer to it.
If well, not even adding artificer. I'm trying to do it if it's in your spell list or your subclass spell list. Then you can get it. And use.
Okay, cool.
Trying to figure out how to word that though is really difficult, so I haven't actually done an update on it because like it's so much text.
What was
I
the
think
CR
it's
with
just
Gamma?
more if any spells listed are in your
Yes,
or in your
if any one
character's spell
spell.
list, then you can use it.
That
What
way,
CR was Gamma?
CR was 16.
Gammoth?
Yeah, this is 16. Yeah, it hits like a truck. I almost 3-shot Shaseth. If I had one more legendary action, he'd be down on the ground.
Yeah, pretty much.
It did a fourth of his health every hit.
I only have like 92 HP or 94.
Yeah. He would have been done.
Gammoth Fang is really nice, paired with the wizard scribe spellbook thingy.
Alrighty, I guess we do the young Gammoth stuff now.
All right, you guys get 5,075 experience.
Level up.
At
Do we?
long last.
Long last.
How much was it? 5,000.
I put it in chat.
My last paladin level.
It's fine.
Probably.
All right.
It's my next level of Dragoon.
I have a really hard decision to make.
Okay, so young Gammoth, go ahead and I need everybody make me a roll. That's what you get. All right.
Oof.
4, 6,
Wow, I'm
8.
Come on, Mage. You can
Good,
beat 'em.
we
You can beat 'em all.
appreciate.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a 2.
So that's another Gammoth pelt for you, Mage. The exact same.
I put down 3 Gammoth pelts and
No.
other thing.
Yeah. And then we have a young Gammoth shell for both Shaseth and Light. I don't have this actually in roll 20 yet, so you guys get. That's the armor effect. And the weapon effect is 1d4 cold damage, which you guys are clearly going to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then
More
here-
stuff
Oh,
to
sorry,
check.
that was all of you get that. Everybody
Ah.
but Mage. 4 to 10 is a young Gammoth shell.
Do you want the Gammoth Fang Mage?
Yeah, that would help out a lot. Because that cone of cold can be turned into a lot of damage types. I can do a cone of force.
Pretty interesting.
Maximum potential damage now.
This is called a Gammoth what?
Gammoth shell. Young Gammoth shell.
Young Gammoth. Okay.
Yep, so just a Y. Y dot shell. I gave you guys some experience for the
There
boss
we go.
tracks and stuff like that. You'll get more when you turn in the blood.
That's my maximum potential damage.
What CR was the Young Gammoth?
6.
Okay.
Yeah. That was one forever ago. But that is technically, I think, everything you guys need. You get your gold once you turn it in. Until then, you get nothing. We will follow up with your guys' journey back to Berna after this, our next session, which will be on the 19th.
Are we going to be leveled up then, or are we going to?
You guys will level. You'll level up now.
Okay.
So I just do end of session experience. It's easier that way, less tracking and all that type of stuff. So you guys will level up now. Your HP that you have currently is what stays. Your max HP will increase, and you can increase your HP by whatever you gain as well. So for those watching, I will actually be back in an hour and a half for Group B's run to see where they go. They actually finished hunting the Tiestra last week. So now we're going to see where they choose to go to next. And then we'll see where this group goes to next on their next session on the 19th. So we'll be back in an hour and a half. We'll see how that game goes. And thank you guys for watching. If you like what I do, check out my Patreon, where hopefully a chatbot is working, where you can get the Monster Hunter Monster Manual Guide to Monster Hunting for free through the bio section. There's links in there for you. If you want extra stuff, feel free to sign up to the Patreon. I always appreciate it. Otherwise, see you next time.